Okay, hey, sorry everybody. Had to spend a little extra time fixing some things. I think we're all working. How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for hanging out and for being here early. I really appreciate that. I still haven't posted that I'm live on any social media, so I need to do that. I'm trying to be really good about that during the push. Oh, it is so much to do. I had some chicken issues this morning that put me a little bit behind. Now that we have chickens again, I need to start anticipating that sometimes, I imagine. We got an injured chicken this morning I need to email the coordinator about. So, anyway, how is everybody doing? Hope you're all doing well. Fixing my birthday cake. No, Moose. Still not my birthday. Still not July. Trying to stay cool. It's 102 right now. Oh my gosh. Yikes. I don't miss that weather. We don't get over 100 very often here in Colorado. We did have some attempts in the upper 90s last week, like 98 I think was the high, which was hot, you know. But it's not 110 with 80% humidity like I'm used to in Texas, so I will not complain too much about the heat. Because I know how bad it can be, you know. Bring in the gratitude, exactly, yeah. Gotta have gratitude. I hope everyone's doing well. Give me just like 1 second to post. By 1 second, I mean a few more seconds than just 1 second, but I'm gonna post really quick on Blue Sky that I'm streaming. And then we are gonna get into some uniform studies. This is kind of like a lead-in to costuming. I really want to get better at character art. We've been doing the character camp last month. I paused it this month during the push, but we'll bring it back next month once the push is over. And I just, something I'm noticing as I'm doing character art is like, I have not spent time studying costumes and studying the variety of yeah, it is. Good eye, Mace. I was wondering if anyone would notice. Yes, this is the janitor from Scrubs. I think he's hilarious, and he's in a uniform. But anyway, yeah, so I really need to study costumes more. I have like a ton of uniforms pinned up in the uniform section of the Pinterest. Thank you, Amaze, for getting that pinned to the top of chat. If anybody else wants to do some uniform studies, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff in there. There's like work uniforms, school uniforms, like military uniform, job uniforms. So I tried to put as many as I could toss in there. There's some space suits in there. I figured that counted as a uniform, even though it's technically a suit, I suppose. But whatever. We're just going to count work suits as a uniform because it's something you wear at work. It's a uniform that you have to wear. So anyway, if you want to do that with me, feel free. But if you'd rather study something else, if uniforms and clothing is not speaking to you this morning, but you still want to work out at the art gym with me, feel free to grab some other reference or look around you. You know, what can you draw that's nearby? I always, always, always recommend, if you are able to draw from observation, direct observation is always going to be more beneficial than just drawing from a flat two-dimensional reference. So if you prefer to do something else, I suggest looking around, seeing if there's something you want to draw, or finding some other reference. Maybe there's something you've wanted to study. Maybe you really wanted to study like how engines work and like learn how that is, and so that you can put that into your work. So anyway, let me make this post on Blue Sky. Get it on Instagram. But as always, if anyone wants to get started, what I always recommend is setting a timer for like 30 minutes or so, and just seeing like, you know, what you can get done in 30 minutes. Yeah, so, okay, studying uniforms today. And even if you only have 15 minutes, just starting your day off or finding some time, even if it's not the start of your day, maybe it's the afternoon for you, but finding some time in your day to do some observational drawing. Every single day, like developing that habit is going to make you a better artist in the long run. You just have to get through all the bad drawings. That's why the janitor here, the good janitor, is saying, let's get the bad drawings out. You know, that's the motto. And you can almost hear it in his voice. Studying uniforms today at the art gym. Come hang out and draw with me if you want to. Here's the link. Hey Fable, how's it going? And I will say hi to everybody in a second. Thank you everybody again for coming here early and just hanging out with me. It really does help with the push. I know I keep saying it, but there's always new people in here potentially, so thank you to my regulars for tolerating my repetitiveness lately. But yeah, it really does help a lot with the push numbers if we can get the numbers up high early. it makes it a little easier the rest of the stream. So thank you again to everybody who's like spread the word, who's told people about the stream, who's shared the link in Discords, or you know, reshared my posts whenever I'm going live. All those little signal boosts really do help, and I really appreciate it. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know what else to say about the push with this. Still pushing for a partner. Thanks to everyone working to help make that happen. Okay, alright. Studies, I guess. I don't know. I don't ever know how to tag things. Art stream. On Blue Sky. I just kind of make random tags up. There. Do I have a date when you think you'll apply? Yes, I do. And Atomic, thank you so much for following. I really appreciate that. Yeah, so if every stream that I do, so this stream is always my most nervous one, the Tuesday stream, because I only have one shot on Tuesday to make it happen. This is my only stream today. So sometimes, like, I don't know, it can be good or bad to have 2 streams a day. Sometimes I worry about the 2 streams a day thing because it can also, I don't know, like potentially it could be bad in other ways, but because I only have one shot on Tuesdays to make it, like today we have to make 75 viewer average, in order to keep that 16-day streak. We'll see. I keep anticipating that we'll have a stream that does not hit the 75 average, and so, well, you know, maybe today's the day. I have no idea, but if we can make it to next Tuesday, and to have every single stream until next Tuesday, which is today, tomorrow, Monday, and Tuesday. So after today, there's only 3 stream days left that I have to average 75. But if we can make it, then I will after stream on Tuesday. I plan on applying. I'm actually going to be working on the application like blurb today and this week. So hopefully I'll have that ready to go and I can just like submit it. I'm really nervous about that, but I have a few people who've offered to proofread for me that have helped other people with their partner applications, or, you know, I know an ambassador who's offered to help, which is very kind. So anyway, we'll see. But all that to say, thank you to everybody who is lurking. Like it says at the top, just lurk to help if you'd like. That's really, it would really be super awesome of anyone who feels like doing that. Let me post really fast on, because I need to do this at the beginning of the stream, otherwise it's harder to make up the difference. But yeah, we're getting, like, I mean, right now, I just appreciate that there's like 40 of you that have decided to come in here and lurk. That really helps a lot. So thank you. If anybody wants to help boost a Blue Sky post, I guess, I hate to ask this, but if anybody wants to, I didn't really put anything about it being my only stream today, but if you're on Blue Sky and you feel like reposting the janitor from Scrubs talking about the art gym, it's kind of a weird post. I'm so sorry. You don't have to, but if anybody feels like it, there's that link. And I can't get it to load so I can download the image to share. There it is. I need to share it onto Instagram. But how's everybody doing? Thanks again for being here, and yeah, just thanks for stopping in and for caring about the Vaquita. Let me scroll up to the top and say hi while I'm doing this Instagram post. Let's see. I don't know who was first today. We got Marcus was second. Neil, welcome in. A Tuesday dream, the perfect taco. Yeah, it is Taco Tuesday. Maybe we should do a taco themed. We've done food studies one time. Only stream today. Sorry, I have to talk it out loud, otherwise I can't focus. For the push, come lurk if you wanna help out. Not kelp. Oh my gosh. Typing is hard. No, not cone. Lurk. Ugh. Only stream today for the push. Come lurk if you want to help out. There we go. Okay. Sorry, guys. Words are hard. Social media is hard. Did anyone ever mention that? No! Dang it. I don't want to mention somebody. Freaking Instagram. Okay. They keep moving where they put the link button, so I keep hitting the wrong thing. Clipboard. Me. What's going on? Miss Art Rules. Why you jump scare me like that? Nobody made a joke. But thank you for the bits. Draw. Come, I'll say come join. Come join. There we go. Okay, thank you for your patience. I know that was thrilling watching me post this on Instagram. I'm so sorry. I am the actual worst. Okay, let's save it or share it on stupid Facebook too. I don't usually post on my Facebook, but I do technically have a business account on Facebook that I could post stories to. So there we go. It did the thing. Okay, let's see. Chrissy Carson, welcome back in, by the way. Thank you so much for being here as well. Why is this music so quiet? Can you guys even hear that? I can't hear anything. Neilf, of course, and Paradox Moose and Community Time. Paradox Moose, I don't have partner yet. Watch, Moose, you've said it so many times. Today's the day. Watch. You just watch. Today's going to be the day where I have a stream that does not hit it, and then we are pushed back by a day. Ideally, I want to apply on Tuesday. Next week. That should be the day that I should qualify. If we have a stream that doesn't make it, maybe Wednesday. Hopefully, no more than one stream doesn't make the average, but we'll see. We'll see. And on my birthday, Neil, if it's not my birthday. That would be kind of crazy. I did tell you guys, if they did give me partner on my actual birthday, I would tell you. I will say I will be streaming on my birthday in July, but I'm not going to say what day. But if they partner me on my birthday, I will 100% be like, this is the best birthday gift ever. So, you know, just, I don't think it'll happen. The odds of that happening are very slim, but a lot of creature OCs on Art Fight. Yep. Recriner, yep. I have a lot of creature OCs. Redraw the self-insert character? Heck yeah. I need to update that. I should probably take that one out of there, honestly. Yeah, that was a very old RP character for an extremely nerdy RP that I'm not going to go into right now. But that was like the only human character I could think of. I do have one other human character, but I don't have a character sheet for him, and I can't find the one time I actually drew a full body image of him, so maybe once the push is over, I'll update it. Let's see. Who else do we have in here? Lithium, thank you for the lyric. And Beans, of course, hello. Thank you so much for being here. I hope your day's going well. I shall go on, Amaze. Thank you. But not about the nerdy RP. Even though I think that's what you're asking me to do. It's not going to happen. It's too embarrassing. Silvo, Polo, hello. Welcome in. Thank you for always lurking. I hope you know I appreciate that. I don't know if you can hear me, but I do appreciate you a lot. Moxie, hello. And Pioneer, howdy. Slappy, you're pushing. Thank you for pushing me. Slappy, you're amazing. Thank you. I need to post still in Discords. I haven't had a chance to post that I'm streaming. I usually drop a link in a couple of Discords. I should probably do that because this is my only stream today. So, ugh, I hate self-promo. It is so obnoxious, and I'm so sorry. I feel so bad. Miss Art Rules, why is the poll still in chat? I don't know. What poll? What do you mean? Oh, the prediction from yesterday? Did we not do that? Oops, manage prediction. Choose outcome. Will Casey finish the painting today? I'm so sorry, but no. No, I will not. I did not finish it. I totally forgot to end that. I didn't start that prediction, to be fair. I forgot it happened. Congratulations to those who did not believe in me. You were right. You were right. Thank you, Skellen, for coming on in as well. And who else do we have in chat here? Tuttle, hey, it's good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate you being here. Who else is in the chat? No, not my birthday cake. I see we have a gratitude jar. I'll get to that in just a second. I'm just trying to make sure I didn't miss anybody in chat. Yeah, if I did miss you and you said hi, please don't be offended. Cat's Poo, hello, welcome in. You don't want to do today, Ungoy? I'm a little tired today too. I was really dehydrated yesterday, so everybody hydrate. I don't think I drank water hardly at all yesterday, so let's all hydrate together. Because I had a massive headache after my appointment and like had a hard time falling asleep. So I'm going to try to be better today. Fable Maple, welcome in. And I think that's everybody. Community time. Start watching Animal Control? What is that? I don't know what that is. Random Macaroni, thank you for that lurk. I love a random macaroni. La la la. Jack Lantern Morning, good to see you too. Oh, man, ouch, I hurt myself. Gonna work on a model for an art fight character. Nice, that's awesome. Dangerous Buttons, hello. Man, there's so many folks here. Thank you everybody for saying hi. Okay, I think I said hi to everybody. Let's go ahead and get started. So I'm not going to start with like an anatomy study today because the purpose of this isn't really to draw the human, although I probably will do like a gestural version of the human. I'm trying to focus more on like clothing, like where to like trying to note things like how do pockets work? Where are the buttons typically? Like how do the creases in the collar fold? How do the creases in the in the sleeves or in the pant legs fold? Like what interaction does the belt have to the fabric of the pants? So just things like that are things I'm going to be focusing on. Yes, Etak, it is the guy from Scrubs. I wasn't sure if anybody would recognize him, but if you click that link at the top of chat, I have a ton of other uniforms that I might dig into today. Actually, how do I get to my uniforms folder? I'm just going to click the link because it's not working for me. But yeah, so I have, if you go into the uniforms folder, I've tried to pin like work uniforms, school uniforms, like various authority uniforms, like here's a spacesuit. So there's like a ton of historic ones in here too. I didn't have time to pin a whole lot, so feel free, of course, to branch out, but there's some things to start with right there if you also want to study costuming, like uniforms and stuff. If you want to do something else, of course, as always, feel free. But yeah, I'm just gonna be trying to get better at clothing and by effect, I guess, character design. So that's the goal I have today. I think it's helpful to kind of state your goal a little bit when you go into a study. Like that way you can kind of remember what you're trying to focus on instead of just like getting caught up in copying the details. Like really try and think about what you're learning and what your purpose is. I have found lately that really helps me. Because remember, you're trying to fill your visual library, right? You're trying to fill up your creative bank account with information so that when you go to draw from imagination, you have a reference point, something you've studied, something you've thought about, and you can bring that thought into your drawing. Okay. Let's see. Oh, thank you guys for the help on that post. I appreciate that. Okay. How do I get to the place where I see the chat? Here we go. I may enjoy PPF's cover of this song. I don't know what that is, but if you want to link it, feel free. We also have a music share section of the channel. If anybody has music they want to suggest, especially if it's like a cool game OST that you know is stream safe, that'd be really cool too. I'm trying to build up that library a little more. Oh, there you guys are. I see the chat now without OBS. Perfect. Okay, let's do a couple of these. Ooh, this song is loud as heck. I'm so sorry. Scared the heck out of me. Lurking as best you can from Epcot. Oh my gosh, Pyro, go enjoy Epcot. I really appreciate that, but you super don't have to. I don't want to ruin your Disney time. I appreciate that though. That's really kind of you. But don't burn your battery down or anything. I hope you have a great time. Take some awesome photos. Have some fun for us. Enjoy your little vacay. That sounds delightful. You'd like an apricot? Oh. It's important, but it's not more important than like your real life, you know? Like worst case, if today's stream doesn't make the count, we'll just go till Wednesday of next week. You know, I'm anticipating a stream not hitting that view count, so I think I've been very fortunate so far that I haven't had one that has caused concern. But you know, there's a time for everything. Okay, there we go. We'll just do a couple here. Oh, nice. That's awesome, Pyro. Hey, Hugans. Good to see you. Mozart is a cause for concern. Is it? Hey, Briboette. It's good to see you. Phone for food. Yeah, it's true. Have fun and take pictures. Yes, you can help by taking pictures. And help that way. For sure. Alright, I think I've done all the damage I can do here. Uh-oh, I broke Discord. How did I break Discord? Oh, jeez. He has a whole 7 songs censored? Really? I didn't know that. Do you like biscuits and gravy? I do. I do like biscuits and gravy. Okay. Let's get to it. I'm gonna start off with this one because I feel like it's easy-ish. You know that guy? Yeah, PJ, me too. For anyone who just like wandered in here somehow and you're like, I don't know how I got here, what's going on? We are doing the art gym. Here's a little command about it. We have a Discord you can join if you'd like. If you want to participate, you can draw along. As long as you're working from observation or reference or doing some kind of foundational art practice, you can post that in the art gym section of the Discord. If it's more of like a if you just want to share some art that you've made that's not necessarily a study, it's just like for fun or like fan art or personal characters or something like that. We have art share, we have works in progress share, we have crit share, we have the monthly art showcase. There's lots of plays to share your art. But for the art gym specifically, we're trying to focus on studies. We're trying to focus on encouraging artists to do the less fun stuff, the workout, the muscle building, which is the observational drawing, the practicing stuff you're not comfortable drawing for the purposes of getting better. So that's basically what we're up to today. We're also doing the partner push. This is day 13, I think. Let's see. Tomorrow is, yeah, 14, 15, 16. Yes. Sorry. Math is hard when you're sleep deprived. We are hoping to apply on Tuesday, July 1st. I'm hoping that is the day we can apply. That should be, if every stream this month hits that average of 75 viewers, then that should be the day that we are able to apply officially, because you have to have 2 months where you have 8 streams in each month that hit 75 viewer average. So hopefully that will be Tuesday. We'll just have to wait and see on this stream. We'll see. We'll see. This is my only stream today, and it may be the fact that there's only one may make it harder for me, especially because it's earlier in the day. Typically, you get more raids in the evening streams, so we'll see. But I appreciate everybody being here so much, and if you want to help, all you gotta do is lurk. I'm trying to get on the front page of Twitch for Save the Vaquita Day, which is going to be, here's a little tiny baby Vaquita. It's going to be October 4th this year, and I'm really hoping that we can make it happen, so thank you all for helping. I have my energy tea. Hey Uber, it's good to see you. Jan Etor. It sure is. Guys, Uber is another awesome artist here on Twitch that you guys should be following, by the way. I've been terrible about doing shoutouts this whole month. I just hope people, I don't know, I hope people know that I appreciate them. But there's so many cool people who've popped in to say hi throughout the push, and I just really appreciate it, and Uber is one of them. Thank you so much for being here. I hope your day's going well. Jan Etor, indeed. Maybe I should give him like a smarmy face, you know? Like, just like slightly trollish. How you doing, Quartz, by the way? Thank you so much for being here too. Thank you, everybody, even if you don't pop into chat to say hi. I know that you're there and I appreciate you. One of your go-to comfort shows. Yeah, I think it's one of the few shows I actually have on DVD because I want to always have access to it. I bought it in college, I think. I got them at like a half-price bookstore in DFW and I was so pleased. I think I have the first like 4 seasons or something. It's such a funny... it's a good show. Okay. Hey, Dusk, how are you doing? I appreciate that. Well, I mean, they are though amazed. No, I people have been so amazing. Like when I get on Twitch and I see my little stream manager, I see like people giving shout outs and it just warms my heart that people are being so nice and supportive. And yeah, I just appreciate everybody in the Twitch community. At least the Twitch communities that I know. I know there's other Twitch communities out there that I'm not familiar with, but I appreciate the art and the science communities a lot. They've been very, very good to me. So yeah. Tired and sore? Oof. I'm a little tired and sore too. I also just realized apparently we hit a bits goal and I didn't reset that. Goodness gracious. I'm so sloppy. Help. How do you do anything on Twitch? Okay. Yep, very sloppy. Hey, Eric, it's good to see you too. Thank you so much for dropping in. Another awesome artist here on Twitch. How've things been going with you? You somehow strained your neck and you're in pain all weekend. You're finally able to move your head again. Oof. I hate that. Sometimes I wake up and I'm like... It hasn't happened in a while because I got a new mattress and a new pillow. But man. I sometimes would wake up and have these horrible cricks in my neck. And that was just never a good time. And then they bother you for like days. Okay, let's, how do I... You guys are too nice. This is too much. I'm just gonna do this after stream. I can't even think about it right now. Okay. Yeah, yesterday, by the way, was a lot. So, for anybody who, like, subbed yesterday, the evening stream, all the hype that was happening, I still haven't finished all of the sub doodles, but I'll be doing those after stream. A little bit. I guess like if we finish the studies, maybe I could do them now, but I try to keep the art gym streams mostly about doing observational study. So we'll see. Oh, asked about the day I was going to apply and I realized it's in my title. Is it? I actually don't even know. T-minus 4 days. Oh, well, yeah, I guess it kind of is. Yeah. But no, it's going to be, I'm hoping July 1st is the day to apply, but it kind of depends. Like I can only apply on July 1st if this stream and tomorrow's streams and Monday's streams and Tuesday's streams all hit that 75 viewer average. And that's really hard to do, which is why I so appreciate people showing up so early to the stream. Like we're about a half an hour in and we're actually kind of close already, which is amazing. So thank you for everybody who is lurking and helping just by hanging out. It means a lot and it helps a lot. So we'll see. It just makes it easier to make up those averages if you can get the count higher at the beginning of stream. So... Lots of great people in fiber arts. You know, I don't know that many people in the fiber arts side of Twitch. I know a few people. I know Cozy. I know Phoenix Fire Element. Phoenix is great. I know the Artsy Mad Woman. But yeah, I don't know if I know that many folks over on that side. I know Positively Crafty, but they don't always do fiber arts. They do a lot of beading too. Freckled Fiber is good. I don't know them. See, there's so many cool people I need to meet. If you guys ever find like cool, cozy, I really prefer like very welcoming. I mean, I watch all kinds of streams. They're not always low-key, but a lot of the streams I tend to lurk on and like get to know people in tend to be the more like safe for work, family friendly, just like cozy vibes, hangout kind of streams. So if anyone ever finds, especially if they're like makers and crafters or artists, but really even gamers, like I probably should branch out a little more and meet a few more. I'm just so afraid of the game side of Twitch, you guys. I feel like we have such a precious little thing here and there's like everyone here is so nice and I'm just so afraid to ruin that by like accidentally encountering somebody super Just like with some super unhealthy people in their chat that want to come bother, you know? Oh my gosh, a secretary bird. Wait, that reminded me. Did we have a draw me an animal yesterday that I didn't get to? I had like a dream last night that I forgot to draw me an animal. Oh, we do have a positive news that I didn't get to. Okay, so we'll do that right now. And a hydrate. Here, let's all hydrate, everybody. Oh, we did! Dracon, if you're in the chat, we do have a draw me an animal that you redeemed that I did not have time for last night. Okay, so we'll do a couple of those really fast. My dream was accurate. Wow, I'm really behind on redeems here. Puzzle complete. Second. Congratulations on second, Marcus. Nobody has redeemed first, but Marcus says second. And a gratitude jar, and okay, so we have a lot. Yeah, Dracon, I'm so sorry. I don't think I did your draw me an animal. Let me check, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. So we'll do those right now, before I forget again. So for anyone who hasn't been here for a draw me an animal, my dream was a prophecy. Yeah. It's a very different world than the art Twitch world. Exactly, Chrissy. See, you know what I mean? It's like I'm just a little nervous to like invite anything toxic here. And I hate the word toxic because it gets really overused sometimes, but you guys know what I mean. Like the people who are just like they get joy out of causing chaos like in a bad way, or like heckling, or like getting on some kind of a list. You know, especially as a female streamer, you just hear all these horror stories and it just makes me really nervous about like dipping my toes in the water over there, but we'll see. I know there are good game communities out there. So I probably should meet a few more. Yarn Pixie, that's a cute name. You watch Zakalia. Okay, yeah, I'll look these up. You try to stay positive. That's great, Wombat. Yeah, I think it's important. So we have a gratitude jar that I'll do in a minute, and we talk a little bit about why positivity is important. Yeah, that's true, Yana. And I have amazing mods. I just don't want to overstress them either. You know, like even though my mods are awesome, I still don't want them to be like overtaxed. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't want to like intentionally walk into a fire, even though there's firemen around me. Does that make sense? Like I'd still prefer to like have a really good team that is just like in the wings and like standby ready if I need help, but not to be like constantly having to fight the flames. Yeah, me too, Quartz, me too. Yeah, the art and science side of Twitch is just so wholesome. I hate to ruin it. I hate to ruin it. It is, but it's also like I want you guys to have a good time hanging out here too, you know? I don't know. Okay, so let's do this draw me an animal really fast. I have 2 draw me an animals, so this is a game that we play every half hour or so, unless I am myself and forget to do it yesterday, and then we have 2 right at the start of the stream. But basically, if you hang around, if you lurk, if you follow, you can accumulate channel points and you can use them to redeem the Draw Me an Animal game. And it's just kind of like a little fun, gives me an opportunity to just nerd out about animals for a minute, and then we'll get back to what we're supposed to be doing. So if you're just popping in right now, we're not just going to do Draw Me an Animal today. That's why there's a 30-minute cooldown, so it's not the whole stream. But, you know, it's fun to kind of... It's fun to sort of like divert for just a little bit. So Suchomimus. So if you know what this is, feel free to kind of laugh as I get it wrong. I only kind of feel like I know what this is. I feel like I should. This name feels extremely familiar, but I'm so bad at the prehistoric, all of the like Latin and all of the names that sound super similar. I just get them extremely confused. So Suchomimus, I think Sucho is like croc-like? Like Sucus? Croc mimic, I think is what this name means, I'm guessing, from Mimus. I know what Gallimimus is, so I imagine a Suchomimus. I'm thinking it's a type of dinosaur. I feel like I should know it, because I feel like I've heard paleontologizing say this name before. I feel like I'm going to be really upset when I see what it is. But I'm gonna guess it's some kind of like... I guess ornithischian dinosaur? I don't know. I feel like I should know this one. But we're gonna do a Suchomimus. I'm just gonna say it's one of these that like look like the long leggy like running ostriches basically. So that's my guess. And Jabberwick, thank you so much for that follow and welcome on in. It's good to see you. I have 5 minutes to guess this animal, by the way, so feel free to go look it up yourself. Just like I said, laugh if I'm getting it wrong. I probably am. And then in a few minutes we're going to learn about it together. So it's hopefully a fun time. I always have a fun time with it. I'm gonna give him some feathers just because I feel like a lot of them have feathers, we are now learning, and it's basically like an ancient ostrich. It's pretty much what I'm drawing here. So yeah. Let's see. Little ostrich guy. Ah! Oh my goodness, Dally! Dally, thank you so much. You got here right in the middle of a Draw Me an Animal. How was your stream? What did you get up to? Feel free to drop a WorkSafe link in the chat if you'd like to. Thank you so much for rating in. I really appreciate the help with the partner numbers boost. For those who just got here, we are pushing for partners. So if you want to lurk, that's all I ask. You don't even have to follow or anything. Just hang out for a little bit if you can. If you're able to, let the video play. It helps boost my numbers so that I can hit partner. We are really close. We're kind of down to the wire here. And we're almost there. Hopefully, if things continue to go well, I'll be able to apply for partner on Tuesday of next week. But I'm sorry, I'm on a timer right now, so if you guys just bear with me. I'm playing a Draw Me an Animal game, which is a game where chat can redeem an animal for me to draw. I have to guess what it is based on the name, no other hints. So if you know what this animal is, just keep it to yourself. We will look it up together here in just a minute. But, sorry, I had the hiccups. But yeah, I have 5 minutes to draw it. And, you know, try and guess what it is. I'm probably totally wrong here because I'm really bad at the prehistoric names. I have to really be constantly reading about them in order to remember. So if any amount of time has passed, I'm probably going to forget, unfortunately. But you know what? We're trying. I'm going to have them have some really fun little stripes or something. And maybe a little bit of a pink belly. Aw, Dally, you're making a present for me. That's too nice. You don't have to do that. My goodness. My goodness, I hope the rest of your stream last night went well. But yeah, you guys should go follow Dally if you aren't already. It does incredible art, is kind of newer, like newly returned here on Twitch. And yeah, and works in the industry. Dally, I still haven't heard about how your interview went, if you feel like sharing, but no need if you don't want to. But I'm just happy to have you here. And thanks everybody who's coming over from Dally's community. All right, I think that was only 3 minutes, but we're just going to call it because I'm too distracted by everything going on in the chat. Welcome in, Raiders. Let me scroll up and just make sure I said hi to everybody. Hitman Tutor, hello, hello. Did you guys? Is your raid call just people yelling my name? That's adorable. Ragio, welcome in. Thank you all for coming in on the raid. My name is Casey. Yes, as Dally has foretold here, and I do art here. We're actually pushing for partner for the Vaquita porpoise. So if you'd like to help, what I have to do is I have to average 75 viewers. And with this raid, the raids now count, by the way. So all you have to do is just hang out, let the video play. You can lower the volume, just don't mute the video. There's conflicting information on whether or not that actually impacts it. But if you want to be safe, you just lower it to like 1 or 2%, or you can mute the tab. But let the video play, and that should count as a view. And as long as I can maintain 75 viewers for 2 months at 8 streams per month that hit 75, then I should be able to get it. We're actually on day 13 today out of the 16 needed. So what I can do is I can basically say, oh, my month starts back in May, and I can say like May 9th to June 9th is my first month. And then I can say, you know, June 10th to June whatever is my second month. And so that's kind of how I'm going to be breaking it up into my 2 months. And so, yeah, thank you for helping me do that. We're on, if things continue to go well and we continue to hit the average, I should be able to apply for partner on Tuesday. And the whole reason I'm trying to do it is this little animal right here. It's the Vaquita porpoise. And maybe Dally already told you this, but I'm just trying to get the Vaquita porpoise's plight, what's going on with them, on the front page of Twitch. I'd love to tell more people about it. It's the most endangered mammal in the world, marine mammal in the world. There's fewer than 20 left, and they need our help. But they can be saved, and we can talk more about that later. But right now, I'm just trying to get partners so that I can even apply to be on the front page. So the push is really just the first step in this goal. Really, after that, I still have to apply to the front page, and I may or may not get that either. I'm also applying to TwitchCon right now. I'm on the list of people who submitted, so if you want to help make it look like I should go to TwitchCon, I don't know if it'll help or not, but I know that they do check out people's Twitch pages when they look at people who apply, and if they happen to see that there's people hanging out here and chatting, maybe they'll, I don't know, maybe it'll tip the scales. I'd love to go to TwitchCon, so hopefully I'll be there at Artist Alley this year, but I see a link from Dally, so let's check it out. Oh my gosh! Dally, is this a Vaquita? Oh my gosh, it's so cute. My eyes are watering. This is adorable. Dally, I love this. Is this a Vaquita? Am I just reading into this? Did you intentionally draw a Vaquita? Aw, it's so cute. Look at his little spin and little movement. Oh my gosh, it looks so great. What a cheerful little guy. Dally, I love this. You were yelling about the vaquita for like half an hour. Yes, I love that. Thank you. Oh, this is great. If you finish this, could I possibly let me know if it'd be okay, and I'd be happy to credit and put like your name on it. But if I could like use this in some way for like the vaquita day, I'd love to put it up there. Maybe as like an alert or something. We can chat. It's for me. Oh, thank you, Dally. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. I'm already in love, and I know it's only at the sketch stage, but this is so cute. Thank you so much for making this. Oh my gosh, it's a gift. Yeah, I see that now. Sorry, it's behind in chat. I'm not very good at this. Dally, it's so cute. Thank you so much for making that. And if you do finish it, I'd love to see it. But even as it is, it's adorable and wonderful, and I love it. I'm so honored that you were sharing the news about the vaquita. That's awesome. So I'm not going to reiterate because it sounds like Dally has already told all the ragers about it, but they call it the Panda of the Sea. I made a little sculpture last year actually for it, and I will be putting this on Ko-fi eventually. So if you are interested in helping support the cause, my idea is to sell it and then donate the proceeds. So it's going to be finished today. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I'd love to see it. Thank you so much, Dally. That's really, really sweet of you. I love it. You guys seriously go follow Dally Sayamte. Not only does animation, but also does incredible art and studies, and it's just very proficient, and you're missing out if you're not following. Hi for the lurk while you do morning stuff. Raoul, thank you. Seriously, all the lurks do mean a whole lot, you guys. For anyone coming in on the raid, if you haven't met me before, my name is Casey. I do nerd out about animals quite a bit here. I used to be an elementary school art teacher, so if you get elementary school art teacher vibes, I'm sorry, that is where that's coming from. It's very trained into me. But I'm trying to get into like book illustration primarily, or like book covers, maybe board game art, just kind of like storytelling illustration essentially. And so a lot of my work kind of gears toward right now mostly kids books, like middle grade and picture book style. But this is sort of the type of work that you'll typically see me working on stream, especially in the afternoons. I do more like sit down and just work on projects. During the push, it's been a little harder to like focus, which I'm very appreciative of. But typically you'll see stuff like this going on in the background. So these are all things that I've done on Twitch. I was working on this one last night, actually. Did not get very far, but I did add a shadow with some grass detail. So we did do that, guys. And then, of course, anyway, this is the stuff that I work on and I pitch to agents. So my plan right now is this summer, actually, to start pitching again. And I'll kind of go into what that involves when I get to that point. But I'm basically rebuilding my portfolio to try and like put it back out there again. I've also got a webcomic that I'm very behind on that I would love to finish someday. So if anybody wants to check that out, !Drift. My plan was to pick it up again this fall. We'll see. There's a lot going on right now. And I work a day job as well. Unfortunately, I'm not a full-time artist at the moment. It is, tough. Ah! Oh my gosh, what's happening? Did we just get double rated? Margot, thank you so much. Seriously, it means a lot that you guys would come in and raid, especially during the push. Margot, how was your stream? What did you get up to? I was just showing off my work. So guys, here's my work. This is what I do. We just got a raid from Dally Say. But yeah, Margot, guys, speaking of illustration, you guys should definitely go follow Margot. Margot, I was lurking on you this morning as I woke up because, Margot streams when I'm just barely awake. So sometimes I don't have the energy to go into chat. But I loved the painting you were working on. The cute little watermelon painting is what I was looking at. And if you have anything you want to share, Margot, I'd love to show it off. Folks, if you're not following Margot Simone Art, another just wonderful illustrator here on Twitch, has such a cozy stream. Highly recommend. Just a very sweet person. And yeah, you get to watch her paint and do watercolor. And she's also working on like children's books and stuff. So definitely go give Margot Simone a follow if you aren't already. Welcome to Margot's Raiders. I was just introducing myself. But of course, if you have anything you want to share, Margot, I'd love to share it on screen. Let's see, we have Bickman. Hey, Bickman. Thanks for coming in on the raid. It's good to see you. How you doing? Would you do creature design for games? Asked Court. Yeah, I mean, I think I would. I don't know that there's really a huge market for that. Like, at least for, I don't know. I think there is, but I think those, from what I understand, like creature designers, it's a very niche thing. And I feel like maybe you could get like contract work to maybe do a couple of things for a game, but I'm not sure if it'd be like a steady job that I could rely on. I'd love to, if you know of somebody who's willing to just pay me to draw animals. That'd be awesome. But I don't know enough about how that industry works. And my understanding is in the game, in animation industry, you pretty much have to be like multi-skilled to be able to hold a job for a very long time. So most creature designers I know are also doing like assets, and they're learning Unity, and they're doing all these like 3D modeling things too. So I don't have those skill sets really. I could probably get them, but I just haven't had time to develop those at all. Thank you, Perry the Platypus, by the way, for all right, dance break, guys. Dance break. Thank you, Perry the Platypus. Or wait, no, that was anonymous. I'm sorry, I thought that was Perry. Well, thank you for for those bits and for playing that. And thank you for the follow. You're very sweet. Love your art as always. No, Margot, you. I love your art as always. Thank you so much again for bringing your community here. And Bewitchcraft, thank you for joining. Oh my gosh, is that a little saxophone emote? Oh my gosh, that is amazing. I kind of want to make one of those now of my little Casey chibi. For those who have a sub or holy shoot, everything's too big and I can't click out of anything. Help, I broke it. Somebody do it again. All right, get those emotes out. Hold on. I can't see anything. There we go. My browser is broken. This is me. This is my dance emote. I don't have one. Bewitchcraft, I love that. I'm gonna write that down. I think I might need to do like a little Casey chibi with a saxophone. That's hilarious. Like I have this guy. We are squirreling, yes. I'm sorry. Okay, back on topic. I'm just very distracted by that emote. I love it. I'm writing it down. Hold on. Sax emote. I need that. That's hilarious. Okay. Anyway, I'm Casey. I do art. Here's my art. Thank you for looking at it. I'm so sorry it took me a million years. We were playing Draw Me an Animal. I also do sculpting. Here's a sculpture that I made. I don't know if you guys want to see that. Let me know if you want to see it bigger. I will probably accidentally leave it up on my face if I put it bigger, but let me know and I can show you bigger. But we're playing the Draw Me an Animal game. I'll just keep an eye out to see if Margot has anything to share. But yeah, please make sure you go follow Margot. Oh my gosh, Bots, amazing. Bots, look at you and your little dance emote. I need some dance emotes really badly. Bewitchcraft, thank you for that follow. That's really sweet. Let's see. She streams an art category and she does art too. Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes. So we were just playing the Draw Me an Animal game, and is there not a cooldown on that? Alright, yeah, Margot, whenever you want to share, because I've lost control of the stream. I don't really have dance emotes, but I need them. Oh, we have the Big Cheese. Big Cheese can dance. Amazing. You have, oh, you do have something posted. Oh, yeah. Let me look for it. Cha, hello, how are you? It's good to see you, Cha. Man, so many awesome artists in the chat. We have Eric Draws, we have Chakari, we've got, Margot Simone Art and Dali, and so many awesome folks in here. Thank you so much. Let's go and see what Margot posted. Ooh, Margot posted this 2 minutes ago. Make sure you guys are all watching Margot, by the way. Oh, it's a new piece. Oh my gosh, look at the little cake. It's so cute. Margot, I love your little mosslings. They're such charming characters, and it's so much fun to watch you work on them. Yeah, you guys could be watching Margot paint on this. This is a real, like, actual painting, like watercolor. Margot, I am still interested. I know I haven't reached out to you yet, but I am still interested in doing a co-stream at some point. I've just had so much going on. I haven't had time to, like, think about it. I would love to learn how to do watercolor and hang out with you sometime. So let me know if you're still interested. I think you said you were, and sorry to put you on the spot, but I just love your work so much. Margot was one of the first art streamers that I found last year when I was, like, looking around the art category, trying to find other artists that kind of fit the vibe and, like, people I'd want to raid into. And Margot just does really cute, really sweet stuff. Yeah, that'd be super fun, Margot. We'll definitely chat about it sometime. Maybe after the push is over. Okay. Who is doing this? Whoever Anonymous is. Guys, look at this cute mossling. Just dance as you look at the mosslings. Man, too bad this isn't such a good vibe, you know? I love the music. No, but Margot does super amazing work, right, Eric? Yeah, you guys, seriously, go follow Margot Simone Art. She's really fun to hang out with, has these really cute characters, is actually also trying to get into kids' books. I think I said that, but good luck with the pitching. I don't know if you're putting together a book dummy or what the update is on that, but I have some resources if you need help on how to do that. I've done it a couple of times, but I'm not successfully, so I don't know if you want to listen to me, but anyway, go follow Margot Simone art. This is the piece. I think you must have been showing it briefly on stream, because when I peeked in this morning, you were looking at this. But anyway, Margot does great stuff. Go follow Margot. And I think we're about to be in an ad break, so we're going to pause during the ads. Okay. Thank you, guys. We're going to pause during the ads. We're going to go out on a music. I clearly need a cool down on that. I'm glad you guys like it. But anyway, during the ads, we just stretch. So we'll come back to the Draw Me an Animal game right after the ads. So don't go anywhere if you want to see how this wraps up. I'm not going to look it up yet. We'll wait till after the ads are over. But I'm just going to stretch. So we kind of pause during the ads. What's happening? Well, we're supposed to be doing this, but I'm just being distracted. And I'm not a pro streamer. That's why I didn't have a cooldown. So, you know. But I do appreciate the bits, guys, and I'm glad you like. I don't hate the song, so I'm fine with it. Frankly, I think it's very funny. But we are gonna stretch, and after the ads, I'll look into the Draw Me an Animal. So I'll see you guys after those ads. For those who are still able to hear me while the ads are playing, we're just gonna do a quick posture stretch. So we're gonna arch the back, push the shoulder blades together. We're basically gonna unshrimp ourselves, as we like to say here on Twitch. So you take this hunchbacked posture and just overcorrect it. Kind of make a C shape with your back and kind of push those shoulder blades together and hold for about 20 to 45 seconds. And this is going to essentially overcorrect for a little bit and stretch those muscles. There it is, Rue. Rue's got that shrimp emote. I really love that emote. But yeah, you just kind of hold. And I usually just use the ad counter. And you really want to try and push your shoulder blades together. Like really pretend like you're trying to like make them touch, basically. I mean, you shouldn't be able to do that physically, but trying to do that is going to make you keep them actively flexed. So the whole point is not just to like put them back and sit there, but actively push and actively flex those muscles. It's going to strengthen those little muscles in your neck and your shoulder, and kind of help your body kind of pull your shoulders back to where they should be, basically. So after about 20 seconds of doing that, you're just going to relax. So you're going to unarch your back, essentially. So you're going from an arch back to an unarch back. And so it's going to take you from this to an overcorrection, and then relaxing should straighten you out. And that's kind of the idea. So yeah, that should, if you can like remember to do that anytime you are like sitting, driving, you know, standing at work, walking around. I always notice when my shoulders start to roll forward, that's when I stop and I kind of push them back and hold for a little bit. And I've really noticed it helping. Like sitting like this upright does not feel weird at all to me anymore like it used to. So keep doing it. The other one we're going to do is a carpal tunnel stretch. Hey, Easel. It's good to see you, friend. How are you? Thank you so much for coming by. Another awesome artist here in the chat. So many awesome artists here in the chat. Everybody follow everybody. I know that's the least helpful thing that I say, but like Angularoo streams, Amaze streams, like pretty much everybody in the chat, like every other person is a streamer and is somebody who is very, very cool. But take your hand and hold it this way. And then you're going to rotate your fingers toward the floor. And then gently pull those fingers, not your whole hand, but just your fingers towards your body, and hold for, again, about 20 to 45 seconds. They say that is like the optimal amount of stretch time, somewhere in that range. If you do it less than that, it's not actually helping. And if you do it longer than that, it could potentially be straining something. So you just really want to kind of watch your time. And then once you've done it for about 20 to 45 seconds, switch to the other one. When your shoulders are messed up, you have a pillow filled with cherry stones. What does that mean? What is a cherry? I've never heard of that. You mean like the seed in a cherry? Huh, so it's like a little massage pillow? Maybe I'm not understanding what a cherry stone is. Oh, and we're back. Nice, Perry. Nice. I think mine says 10 seconds left, but who knows? The ad thing on Twitch is extremely confusing. And Easel, I hope you're doing well. Good to see you as well. All right, I think we've done our 2 carpal tunnel stretches. Welcome back from the ads, guys. Let's check out the Draw Me an Animal. The round seeds in the cherry. Wow, I've never heard of that before. Is it like a little massage pillow, basically? Is that why it's helpful? Or is it just because it like kind of contours to your body? Oh no, Yana, you're fine. I totally knew what you meant. That's really interesting. I'd love to know more about that. Hello from Tasmania, Australia. Oh, that's so cool. Hello, Perry. It's great to have you. So I'm gonna look up the Suchomimus. Poor Dracon's been waiting so long for the Suchomimus. Let's see. Minus AI, because I don't want that. Suchomimus. Oh, well, it is a dinosaur. It is not the one that I thought it was, though. Suchomimus is actually looks like a type of Spinosaur. This is why it sounds familiar, because I'm sure Danny has talked about this before, and I'm just terrible and can't remember. I just guessed based on the name that it was a dinosaur. I did make a theropod, but it looks nothing like the actual one. So the Sucho part should have been my giveaway, because I was like crocodile-like. I was like, that's weird. The Gallimimus groups, like, they don't seem to really have that crocodilian face. But I just thought it was one of those things, you know, because they always say, like, lizard everything, but they aren't really lizards. So I just thought it was, like, a misnomer that got stuck. But nope, it's this. It's a Spinosaur. Hey, Queen Snowpea. It's good to see you. Another person up at 2 a.m. Oh, my gosh. All right, well, hold on. Dance break. Wombat hole. There it is. Yep. All right, well, don't tell Danny. I clearly need to study more. You find a pharmacy. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I've never heard of that before. Well, I have a bunch of cherries at home. Maybe I'll start saving them. Your alert plan for the day: pick up snacks and water from the grocery store and post up on a road crossing of the Appalachian Trail. Wow, and give out some cold trail magic during the heat wave. That's amazing. Oh my gosh. Silver grain, that's such a good idea. I always wanted to hike the Appalachian Trail, never have. Suchomimus is super cool, and I'm ashamed that I didn't know it. So I'm going to say I got 50%. It's a dinosaur, it's a theropod, but that's about where the similarities end. So we're going to go to Suchomimus. I don't like that when I say minus AI, it takes out Wikipedia, which makes me suspicious that Wikipedia is tagging things with AI for some reason. Okay, well, here is the Suchomimus. Here is what we have of them, it looks like, which is it's a pretty good amount of fossils, honestly. We have the most diagnostic pieces, which is the face, right? And then like some of these claws being very specific, that's pretty cool. And you can see most of the tall neural spines, which are pretty common in Spinosaurs. That's kind of where they get their name from. Here's an artistic rendition of a Suchomimus. But yeah, I did not get this right at all. It was about 34 to 36 feet long. So the one I was thinking of was Gallimimus. So Gallimimus is this. And I was like, well, the mimus part, I think mimus means mimic, if I'm not mistaken. Ostrich dinosaur. Yeah, I thought it was one of these ostrich-like dinosaurs, because there's a bunch of them that are like blank mimus, something else mimus, something else mimus. So I thought maybe it was one of those. But nope, it's this. This is why the names aren't helpful. But very cool. It had short clawed arms with 3 fingers. The first finger was the longest. Yeah, you can see that little like scythe hand right here. See that in the fossils? And thank you so much, Cat Time Traveler, for that follow. I super appreciate that. You like the look of the Gigantosaurus? Yeah, there's a lot of cool dinos for sure. Well, okay, so I'm gonna say I got like a 50 on that one. So let's do the next one. That's pretty much how the Draw Me an Animal game works, is I'm just gonna guess. Geeky Hoodie, thank you for that follow. Oh my gosh, you guys, pushing me up toward that follower goal. Actually, I think, how far are we away from... So I think we're about 10 follows away from Twitch lying to people. So if I get 10 more follows at some point, then we'll be at the point where it tells everybody I have 3,800 followers, which is not true. That blew my mind. I'm also saying that because if anyone else is like me, it took me like 6 months to figure that out on Twitch, because I was very confused. I was like, oh, there must be a delay. Like, everyone's channel keeps saying they have this many followers, but then you look at their follower goal and it's like, 40 less than that. I didn't understand. I didn't understand. So anyway, let's do the other one. What was it? So I did the Suchomimus. I'll try to remember that. Oh, positive news. We will still do that. Positive news and the gratitude jar. But for now, we're going to do the Secretary Bird. Quartz MC, Secretary Bird. Fantastic. No, I understand that now, Raga, but at the time, I did not. I was like, wait. In my brain was like, oh, there must be like some kind of delay, or like it's just not caught up, or like maybe something happened. I literally thought something like dramatic happened first. This was like early Twitch Casey. This was when Casey, I mean, even more noobish Casey than now. Yeah, Secretary Birds are super fun. So Secretary Bird. So funny story about Secretary Birds, I actually have a Secretary Bird character in Drift. We haven't gotten to that part of the story yet, but there is going to be a Secretary Bird. So I am familiar with what these are. They're very, very cool birds of prey. Hey, Geeky, you love art, stuff, and dinosaurs? Well, you've come to the right stream. So Secretary Birds, well, here, before I do it, it's 10:11, so I have 5 minutes to draw what I think this animal looks like. I'm pretty sure that I know, but I could be totally wrong, but I'm fairly positive I've got this one. So they do fly, but they don't fly long distances often. They are very leggy, very dinosaurian looking, honestly. For those who don't know, yes, birds are dinosaurs. But secretary birds are very, very interesting because they actually have a kick attack when they are hunting their prey. They actually kick them. They stomp on them. They catch snakes and then they stomp them to death, basically. And that's how they take care of their prey. So they have these very long, very slender legs with which they do the stompies. And we'll look at a video if we can. Let's do one with its little foot in the air, just because. But yeah, they're pretty fun. I think they're really pretty birds too. I do kind of forget how their markings go without a reference. Let's see if I can visualize it. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I'm trying to remember like references I've looked at in the past. Da. Okay. And then they've got these nice dark feathers. They have one at the San Diego Zoo. That's awesome. Yeah, I'd love to see one. Hopefully if I can go to TwitchCon, hopefully I'll get to make it to the San Diego Zoo. That'd be super cool. I would love to visit. I've wanted to go there. I've told this story before, but we have some new folks who maybe haven't heard it, so I'll tell it again. But I had this disc. I don't remember where we got it from, but I had this disc that was all about the San Diego Zoo, and my memory of this disc, like as an adult, is that it was a game. I thought it was some kind of game that I played, and I just remember playing this game about the San Diego Zoo all the time as a kid. And then I found this disc after college or something. And I was like, oh my gosh, I loved this game. And I went to go play it in. I put it in the PC. It was like a, very, very old, like early 2000s, maybe late 90s even game. And I start to play it. And then I realize, oh, it's literally just about the San Diego Zoo. Like it's basically Wikipedia for the San Diego Zoo. Like it talked about all of the different animals that they had and their conservation programs, and you could click buttons to move around the zoo, but it was basically just an informational disc. And I literally, in my memory, I remember it being a game because I spent so much time on that disc as a kid. But nope, it wasn't a game. It was literally just Wikipedia for specifically the San Diego Zoo that I super enjoyed. And yeah, so I've always wanted to go ever since I was a kid because of that disc, because I got that from somewhere. I don't even know where it came from. But anyway, I feel like I can still remember the layout of the zoo as it was on that disc, but I don't know what it's like now. I'm sure they've renovated since then. Actually, I think maybe their head is it all white? I'm trying to remember. I think maybe their head might be actually all white. Maybe a tiny amount of gray back there. I don't remember exactly what the secretary bird looks like. It's something like this, and I think they have a white stripe someplace. Perhaps. Something like this is what the secretary bird looks like, and they have these black feathers on their head. They're crest feathers that kind of dip down most of the time, but then they can flare them up as well. Okay, so we're gonna say this is a secretary bird. A great Jeroba. Oh my gosh. I mean, a great jerboa. See, I still did it. Oh my gosh. I will never forget this. There's some things that are just burned into my brain because of the Draw Me an Animal game. Okay, the head is mostly white. Okay, so my instinct there was right, but I didn't correct it. But for the most part, I feel like I basically got this bird. They got that big bright patch around the eye. They got the black tipped wings. Oh, the legs are black. Okay, I messed that part up. That's right, because they look like pants. So yeah, this is a secretary bird, folks. They're very cool. Let's check out the Wikipedia page. They are endangered! Oh no! I actually didn't know they were endangered, or if I did, I forgot. Shoot. Hate that. They are birds of prey, so they're in the same family as eagles and falcons. Here's where they live. This is why they will be in drift, is because drift actually takes place kind of in this region of Africa. Sort of like the central region of Africa. And although it may, like, the characters may range quite a bit, so there may be a lot of traveling. So we may get to go see some other animals too. But yeah, secretary birds are super cool. Very, very cool birds. Yeah, there's one flying. Very awesome. Long, long, leggy bird of prey. It kind of looks like an eagle on stilts or a hawk on stilts, right? Very, very interesting birds. There's one with some prey. There's a really good look at their skeletons, so you can really see that crazy stompy feet anatomy. Let's see. So, the secretary bird hunts and catches prey on the ground, often stomping on victims to kill them. That's how they eat. So they're very, very cool. All right. They do have pretty eyelashes too. Yeah. You've seen them stomping the danger noodles? Yeah. So if you go to YouTube and you type up secretary bird stomp, you'll find some videos. Yeah, I did enjoy it. It's just my memory was very different. They bond for life. Oh, that's cool. I do love a mating for life animal. Something very romantic about it. I call me old-fashioned, but let's see. Yeah, that's super cool. Well, if you want to learn more about the secretary bird here, and I forgot to do this for Suchomimus. There's the secretary bird. If you want to look up the Suchomimus as well, usually I post the Wikipedia link so that people can learn more about them if they would like to. So there you go. And we have one more that we just got. And then we will get to the positive news and the gratitude jar. So we did secretary bird, thank you Quartz, and we have a great Jeroba. Did I say it right that time? No, Jerboa. Ah! I'm never going to get it right. I'm never going to get it right, you guys. I've been saying this animal's name wrong my entire life. And I learned that from a draw me an animal, and I think Raga is reminding me of it. All right, great Jerboa. Because I think I drew a snake. Because I was like, I know what a Jeroba is, but a Jerboa. I felt so dumb after. So a Jerboa is this. A Jeroba is not a thing. I'm saying to myself because I'm sure nobody else had that problem. I think I have like mild dyslexia or something because my whole life I would read this and I always in my head pronounced it Jeroba, and I thought that's what it was called, but it's not. It's a Jerboa. So it's a if it's the animal I'm thinking of, which I believe it is. Oh my gosh, I was so embarrassed. Ugh, there've been some embarrassing moments for Draw Me an Animal. Oh, it's 5 minutes. Let's see, it's 10:19. So I'm gonna draw what I think a Jerboa is. I'm gonna try and say that a bunch of times so I can remember. It's a jumping. It's like a kangaroo mouse, basically. They're like these cute. There's a bunch of them. But the great one I imagine is big because usually when they say great, it's like a large version of the type species or whatever. So we're gonna say it's this. It's a big one. We're gonna make him real cute. Big old cute eyes. There we go. He's a happy little guy. Yeah. Jerboa constrictor. It's pretty flew. That's pretty much what I did. I was like, well, I don't know what a Jerboa is, but I know what a Jeroba is. So I think I don't even remember what I drew. It's probably in a Draw Me an Animal folder somewhere. Maybe on my home computer because for a while there I had to stream from my home studio, and I think that's actually where I remember being when I learned that this was not what I thought it was. Anyway. So I'm gonna say this is a Jerboa. I could be wrong. I could be also being tricked again. Watch. Everybody watch. Watch it be a snake. Oh my gosh, if it's a snake, I'm ending stream. I'm giving up. The push is called off. I can't do anything. Correct. Let's see. Yeah, I think, and then they have like these little fluffy tails. They're very cute if it's the animal I'm thinking of. You would never trick me. Yeah. Oh no. No. Raga would never. Raga would never troll. Okay. There's my attempt at a Jerboa. Specifically, a Jerboa, Casey. I'm talking to myself here. And I feel like they are like jumping mice, basically, like a jumping rodent. So let's go look it up. Let's go look it up and see. Okay, great Jerboa. Yay! I did it! I got it this time. it's this. It is in fact this. The great jerboa is a species of rodent. It is found in a lot of places, actually. It mainly lives in deserts. This is what they look like. It's a classical drawing of one. Here's their little jumpy feet. Wait, is that the only pictures we have? What? Surely not. Okay, well there were more pictures online, so let's just go here. Here we go. Look at this little guy. He's got longer ears than I remember. But you got the little fluffy tail. He's so cute. And there's one that just looks like an orb. There's like a little tiny one that just looks like an orb, and I can't remember what it's called. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. He's so cute. I love him so much. Greater Egyptian jerboa. It's a jerboa, guys. It's a jerboa. It's not a jeroba. It is, in fact, a jerboa. Perish the thought. Yeah, exactly. Let's see if we can find some other species here. So here is one. I don't know what kind, but this is the genus. So this is where you get all of your jerboa. So here's the great jerboa, the Hotsons, Iranian. There's all different groups. There's a goby. I think the goby was the round one, wasn't it? Or was it the... No. There was one that was really chunky and like little. I can't remember which one it is. I thought it was the goby one. Yeah, he's pretty chunk. He's pretty chunk. Look at this little guy. He's pretty chunky. But they're very cute. Very, very cute, guys. So let's actually learn about them. Hold on. I gotta close all these tabs. None of these have pictures on Wikipedia, which is very unusual. So they have 3 types of burrows, permanent ones for summer and winter, and temporary retreats. Oh, they make little vacation homes. That's nice. It likes to eat the bulbs of plants. It most commonly eats are the gagey plant. To get to the bulbs, they use their teeth. It allows to dig out the bulb. The other foods they will eat less commonly are grains and bark. Hibernates from the first frosts until the spring, and is common for several great jerboas to hibernate together in one nest. Breeding takes place late spring and summer, during which time there would be 2 litters, each of about 3 to 6 young. It has least concern, which we love to see. It's threatened in Ukraine and European Russia by intensification of agriculture and alterations to its habitat. It has become extinct in the Moscow district. Oh, a shame. Where dachas have been built. Oh, and other man-made alterations have occurred to the landscape. Okay, well, it's extinct in some places where it used to be found, but it is still abundant in other ranges. So that's good. But anyway, if you want to learn more about the great jerboa, specifically, you had to look up dachas. Yeah, I was like, what? There it is. There it is. And thank you for that draw me an animal. Okay, I think we're all caught up on those. Let's get back to... Oh, thank you for the lyric. I appreciate that. Oh, I will make this costume, you guys. But first we have a gratitude jar and a positive news redeem. So the gratitude jar for today... let's see. I am grateful for cooler weather. We've had quite a hot snap. I think a lot of the US has, but we here in Colorado, it has passed us today, and it is much cooler. So I'm grateful for cooler weather. Oh my gosh. Suddenly can't spell. Hold on. And we had a little bit of rain yesterday. We're supposed to get more today, potentially. And possibly tomorrow. So I'm grateful for those things. So the gratitude jar does not have to be like big life-changing gratitude. It can be little things, just like grateful for a beautiful sunrise, grateful for a good night's sleep. You know, it doesn't always have to be like a huge event. So my gratitude for right now is going to be that I'm just grateful for cooler weather. I have a day job where I have to be outside part of the time, and it was not a fun time last week or last weekend either. So I'm grateful for that. And then we're going to do a positive news just because I feel like it is really hard to stay positive, especially with how the news is going lately. So I like to focus when I can on the positive news. So we're going to find some positive news today here on the Positive News Network. Let's find a good thing. I think we did one of these last time. Here's one about rainforests. Okay, here's a good one. So indigenous leaders from the Amazon have journeyed to the UK's Dartmoor in an act of global solidarity for rainforest restoration. That's awesome. The rainforests are definitely in trouble, and they are a huge, important part of the global ecosystem. And that's awesome that indigenous leaders have actually, like, you know, often very solitary and not getting super involved in global politics. Very cool to have them come together as well. Let's see. Staff from the Woodland Trust were joined by representatives from communities including the Ashaninka and the Guarani in Brooklyn Wood. I don't know if I said those right, but it's a big swath of temperate rainforest in Devon's Dark Valley. Very cool. Oh, here, I guess I could show you guys the picture. Sorry, I'm just like reading it. The trust has announced a $2.8 million appeal, or pound appeal, to buy the forest and fund its restoration. The habitat is one of 2 locations in the UK that are home to an internationally rare lichen and has the potential to support threatened species such as bats, otters, and dormice. Oh, that's super cool. So this is actually rainforest in the UK then. I didn't actually know the UK had a rainforest area. That's cool though, because the UK actually over the last like 50 years has seen a massive, massive loss of fauna. There's actually a ton of research being done, or there was, about this. I don't know if they've lost funding, but basically, I think a lot of it's UK research too. But basically, over the last 50 years, there's been like a huge, it's like basically where's the wildlife? And it turns out that because of a lot of things humans are doing, it's essentially like there's just not habitats for a big diversity of nature like there used to be. And so protecting some spaces in the UK is actually super important. This is why public land is so important, and you need to have reserves in order to maintain a healthy ecology. So if you want to learn more about that positive news story, it's very cool that they're making progress to actually start something like this. If you want to learn about it, you can read the rest of the article there. UK and Ireland has had temperate rainforest. I actually had no idea. Community time. If you want a good book to read, I recommend An Irish Atlantic Rainforest. Very cool. Yeah, that's news to me. You overslept? No worries, Christmas Cat. Thank you so much for coming in. Yeah, honestly, you're right on time. We just got through all the redeems that got stacked up since yesterday. So we did the Drawing Animal, we did the Gratitude Jar, and we did the Positive News, and I'm all caught up. And now we're going to finish drawing some uniforms like we're supposed to be. This is always how it goes, but at least I got started drawing this time before getting totally derailed. So I'm going to call that progress. But yeah, if you want to draw along, if anybody, excuse me, I need to hydrate a little bit, but if anybody wants to draw along and share their work, oh my gosh, hold on one second, guys. I'm like dying right now. BRB. All right, we have a talking voice back. Nope, no we don't. I guess maybe I'm getting a cold right now, live on Twitch. Cool. I was muted that whole time. Thank you, guys. This is why the look listen is so useful. Thank you. I was muted. Shoot. I thought I unmuted after trying to not die. I'm so sorry. Anyway, all I was saying is you're not too late to draw if you want to draw along with me. If you have been drawing this whole time, like doing some costume or uniform studies or something, and you want to share those, we do have a Discord where you can do that. Feel free to type !Discord if you're not in there already. Gosh, my proportions are all messed up on this. Hold on one second. Let me fix it. There we go. I still want to give him like the smarmy face though. I was never muted. Oh my gosh, I totally was. It's just a rough. You're still clean. Oh, did you make some progress on it? Oops. Sorry, guys. Or just a catch in the throat, maybe. Airy, maybe. My head is starting to hurt again. I think I'm just dehydrated. Oh my gosh, Dally! You made so much progress! Holy cow! Oh my gosh, it's so cute! It's so cute. Thank you again for that raid earlier, and thank you for the update on how it's going. Aww. Look at the little panda of the sea, the little eye patch. I hope that we don't lose these guys. It would be such a shame. They're so precious. Thank you so much, Dolly. I love it. Okay. And that's just your rough. It looks so good. It looks so good. Hey, Nerdowino, by the way, I'm so sorry. You snuck right in here. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Yeah. No, I had no idea. Wasn't Great Britain originally like an 80% old growth forest? Yes, I did know it used to be very forested, but the rainforest part surprised me. Because I feel like those are some really specific conditions to make a rainforest. We've been deforesting for tens of thousands of years, but now we're able to do it at scale. Yeah, so that's the big problem, is that it's all become basically a grassland because of human development and pasture land. And so it's like basically the natural fauna has all vanished. It's kind of wild. So it's really cool to see a story like that where they're actively trying to rebuild a lot of those old forests and things. Ironheart, welcome in. It's good to see you. It is so cute. There's no reference of this guy without it being... I know. Ugh. Dally, I know. It is so hard to find references of the Vaquita. I always try to warn people, if you're going to draw a Vaquita, just prepare yourself. Like, it will be a little bit sad because it's really tough. I did try to collect some pictures of Vaquita I have a board for the Vaquita. If you go to the cetacean section, this might have been helpful to you, but yeah, it's tough. Like this is a close-up of unfortunately a deceased one, and so you have a lot of like artistic interpretations of what they look like. This is a real one. This one was alive. This was a live calf that they captured during part of when they were trying to do a conservation, like a actual breeding program. Unfortunately, its mother died, which is very sad, and so they haven't tried again. I think that was back in 2017 or 19. I don't know if this one's unfortunately passed away, it looks like, as well. It's so hard to find a good reference of them that aren't dead or aren't like injured from the netting. It's very sad. Like, if you look up pictures of Vaquitas, I don't know, it'll bring a tear to your eye for sure. So sorry that you had to do that, but thank you for trying. The coastal area of Oregon, Washington, British Columbia are all where... Oh, really? Oh, okay. Temperate rainforest up, and that makes sense. The Pacific Northwest, yeah. Gosh, my headache is coming back. I think it's the caffeine. But anyway, Dally, your animation looks amazing. Super cute. Okay, so we are going to be looking at studies you guys have done in about, I would say about 20 minutes or so. So I'm going to try really hard to like do any amount of study. I totally forgot to do my prediction today. I gotta try and remember that tomorrow to do the how many studies will I get to prediction. I'm trying to think of more things to give you guys to spend your channel points on, and predictions are one of them, but I'm so bad at thinking of predictions. I don't see a lot of those with art streamers. I feel like it's easier in some way with games because you can make predictions on like whether or not you'll win a fight or like, you know, beat a boss or something. But yeah, like, I don't know. There's not a lot of variety in my streams. When are they doing the Vaquita audit? So they've actually they're either doing it right now or they just finished. And that's part of... Are we scrolling? I do scroll a lot. That's part of why the Vaquita Day got pushed back this year. So it's usually in September. But this year it's going to be October 4th because they actually, the survey that they did, they usually do it, I think, in May or March, and they actually are doing it this summer. So I think they're doing it right now, or they just wrapped up. And then they're going to basically have a few months to process the data, and then they're going to present it at Save the Vaquita Day with porpoise.org. So if anybody wants to follow along with that, there's a few things you can follow to stay on top. You just want to see what happened. we call that squirrel abuse. That the poor squirrel gets abused a lot around here. Most of the time people press that button because they're trying to jump scare me. So at least you were just curious. But porpoise.org actually does have a Twitch page, so where they stream their conference and stuff. Hopefully I spelled that right. And then the other place you can follow is Marine Mammal Rescue. They do 24/7 otter clips and cams. They used to do a live stream. I think the plan, when I talked to the person who runs the account, he plans on eventually making it a live stream again. It's just right now something with their setup is making that difficult. But for the time being, it's like highlights reels basically of when they did do live streams, which is still very fun, very playful, very very cute. Mostly otters, and then they actually work with porpoise.org. So porpoise.org runs Marine Mammal Rescue, and so on Save the Vaquita Day, and I think they have a few other conservation days that they spotlight as well. But they will broadcast the talk that they give. So if you want to watch last year's, if anyone's interested, I need to update these Vaquita commands. They all say stuff from last year, but this one, if you click that link at the bottom, Vaquita Day /2024, I think it still has the video from last year up on there. So feel free to watch that. And if you watch to the end, you'll see me on there because I actually partnered with them last year to do a little Twitch fundraiser. We raised $500 for porpoise.org to help save the vaquita. So hopefully we can do that again this year and do it during the time that I have a front page for Twitch. So hey Glitchy, how are you? It's good to see you. Speaking of other science people you guys should follow, most of you probably know Nerdowino, but we have a NASA scientist, a former NASA scientist here in chat, who streams all about space news and space science, and they were doing all kinds of cool celebration, like watching the first images from, oh shoot, what was the name of that observatory? It's named after a lady. Oh, I forget her name, but it was very cool to see those photos, and we got to look at those live on stream. I actually found a galaxy shaped like a heart. I was very happy with that. But Nerdowino will actually know stuff about it and can tell you what you're looking at, which is unlike me, who just doesn't know anything but thinks it's cool. So if you want to go hear some real scientists actually know what they're saying and be able to give you some actual information, go hang out with Nerdowino. The science side of Twitch is super awesome, very supportive, very enthusiastic bunch of folks, and I highly recommend getting to know them. Nerdowino does know some stuff about some things, yeah. Vera Rubin, yes, that one. You've seen a moth today, very cool. Took a pic and tried to figure out what it was. I love doing that. I haven't found do you guys find that iNaturalist is a good resource on that? Do you feel like that's typically a good way to ID? I feel like I tend to end up on iNaturalist, but I also heard they were doing some like sketchy stuff with AI, but maybe they're not anymore? Question mark? I don't really use iNaturalist. I think it's like isn't it kind of like Pokemon Go, but for animals? I think it's like for plants and animals and birds and stuff. Like birds and bugs. It's like an identifier app. But I've never actually done it. So I don't know if anyone in chat does iNaturalist. But it's like citizen science / game vibe, maybe. I don't know. But I've heard that that's a really good app for IDing things. You got to meet Vera Rubin one time. That's awesome. You do use it. Very cool. All right, I need to move away from this this uniform in particular. I feel like we spent enough time on it. I'm trying to think about like what the muscles are doing underneath the cloth and like how it's impacting the way that the pose looks. But I'm so bad at drawing clothing. I need to do more studies, and that's partly what I'm trying to focus on today, is just trying to really intentionally think about this stuff so that when I do go to do character art, I can kind of have something to pull from. You know, right now I don't have a whole lot in my visual library when it comes to costuming. Okay. Well, it's not the most proportional dude, but it's okay. We're just gonna pretend. We're just gonna pretend. There. It's the janitor. I'm keeping that face, by the way. That face is staying there. Let's find another. The white ermine. Oh, cool. That sounds like a pretty one. If you have any pictures you want to share, I don't know if you're in the Discord or if you're interested, but we do have a pic share section in the Discord. People are free to... we have a lot of photographers, actually, that have been posting a lot of really cool photography in pic share lately. So if anybody wants to share anything, I would love to see... I'm sure other people would like to see them, too. But no pressure, either. I also know everybody's got a... You know... Because, like, an ermine is a mink, isn't it? I've never heard of an ermine moth. Oh, those are pretty. Yeah, nice little spots. Very cool. Be careful about spelling ermine wrong. I'm glad I didn't look that up on stream. Holy cow. I mistyped ermine and got some very not safe for work results. Jeez. Okay. Let's go find another reference. Yeah, the mustelid. Yeah, that's the one I'm familiar with, is the mustelid. Alright, let's do... I feel like I should do like some kind of a work uniform that isn't a janitor. Maybe a military uniform would be good. Kind of like this like scouting uniform it almost looks like. I'm not really sure what it would be, but it's got some fun pouches and stuff. Oh my gosh, this music is so... I feel like this feels like a JRPG. Or like the ending of a Japanese film or something. Alright, so I'm going to draw my basic structure of the person to kind of get my proportions correct, and then we're going to go back in and do some detail here. Do love a gesture. I feel like the world is all is right with the world when I can do a gesture drawing. Anything beyond that, I'm like, ugh, hate. It's not working out well. This person is really walking on the inside of their foot. It's probably not good for them. Ah! Just threw my pen. That's fine. I keep drawing everybody's like legs and feet too big for some reason. It's just like slightly too large proportionally. What's going on? Having trouble with Krita. Oh, very cool. I'll be sure to check it out after stream. Always happy to see people's photos. I used to kind of want to be a photographer. Not like seriously, but I used to kind of want to really get into like DSLR images and just as a hobby. Had a lot of fun running around with a camera as a kid. It's just really fun to capture like the unique moments in life, I guess, and like things that you can share with people. And I have so many pictures of clouds. I've always been a big cloud photo taker. I feel like cloudscapes are just some of the most magnificent things in nature, especially when you have a nice sunset lighting. Get some really nice backlighting with clouds. So as I'm drawing this stuff, I'm trying to ask myself questions as I do it, right? Like what is the purpose of this? Like why is it there? So it's like, okay, we have this belt, and then I see that there's like clasps holding these, like holding the pack straps on, kind of almost like suspenders. And so by trying to like reinforce to myself what I'm drawing and why it's there and what its purpose is, that's actually going to help me for if I ever go back to design something, right? If I'm trying to design something, I need to know what the structure of the thing is and what purpose it serves, so that I can remember what to include, right? So thinking about like, okay, if it's going to be a belt, it's got these little like bolts or whatever. I forget what they're called. What are they called? The little eyelets. I don't remember what these are called, but just like knowing stuff like that about like how clothes are made or how they're put together, and like noticing what you're thinking about what you're seeing rather than just copying it, is going to help a lot for the imaginative like character design component of art making, which is what I'm hoping to do. And hopefully, if I am able to participate very much in Art Fight, I would love to be able to incorporate some like fun costuming design and fun, like, I don't know, just like become more proficient. And I feel like that's kind of my main goal every year when I do Art Fight, is just to like get better at character design and costume design. So I do typically try to challenge myself to draw characters, like human characters at Art Fight. But inevitably I end up finding a cool creature character that I want to draw. And so I'm sure I'll do a couple of those as well. But yeah, if anybody else is doing Art Fight, let us know in chat. You can share your username or drop a link or something. We also have an area. Maybe I should make like an actual thread. Do people like threads in Discord? I can't ever really decide. I feel like they're sometimes hard to find. I don't really want to make another channel for Art Fight, but it would be nice to have a place for people to like drop their Art Fight links. I guess you could do it in Signal Boost, but Signal Boost is usually more for like specific projects that people want to promote, or like commission rate sheets being announced, or like that kind of thing. So I don't know. I'm never really sure how. I don't know. With my Discord structure, I feel like there's so many channels, and I'm trying to keep it organized to make it easy, but I feel like if you have too many, it just like makes it feel overwhelming. So I'm open to feedback. I don't know. I just put it in the random channel. So if you have a link you want to share with like all of Discord, you can drop your Art Fight link in random for right now, or I guess you could put it in Talk Shop too, but Talk Shop tends to be about more like the ins and outs of art making rather than like social media. I don't know. It's not like you'll be in trouble if you put it in the wrong place. It's just I'm trying to find a way to make it like, the whole purpose of having channels and having sections is so people can easily find what they're looking for and have conversations about that thing in one spot. And it's really hard to organize that stuff. So I'm definitely open to feedback if people have ideas. I'm hesitant to make another channel. But maybe we do need like a social media channel where people can just share our socials, and then that would include like Art Fight, you know? You're doing Art Fight with Artie Gob? Nice, nice. With a wiki link added. Oh, nice, Yenna. That's very considerate of you. Yeah, here's my Art Fight link if anybody wants it. I need to update my character sheets really bad. Maybe I'll be able to find time for that next month, but... yeah, gosh, I need to add more, more characters. I really don't have that many characters. Half of them are just from Drift. I mean, heck, even my little Griffin character, Reese, he's just something that was from an old ARPG that I was a part of a long, long time ago that's not really even that active anymore. I guess every once in a while somebody pops in, but... you just added 2? Nice. Yeah, if I had any free time right now, I would probably be updating it, but my life is a little busy right now. Okay, there we go. Kind of did some uniforms. They're really, really rough. But at least I tried to look at them. I'm gonna say I'm going to slap some color on one of these, and then I think we're going to call it done for today. So if anybody has any studies that they want to share in art gym section, just make sure that it is actually a study of some kind or a foundational practice. But here is the Discord link if you need it. Oh, I think I just posted that not even that long ago, but that's okay. If you want to join, feel free. We also have a stream share section if you're a streamer. Always happy to know who in the community is streaming. So feel free to drop your stream links and stream share when you're live. Or if you guys know of any cool streamers, also feel free to use it as like a promotional channel for cool streamers that you have found. I'm always on the hunt for like, especially if they're like work safe or family friendly. I'm always trying to find places that I know I can leave a community without anybody getting super like, I don't know, just like blasted with something or triggered or anything like that. So always feel free if you find a cool, like some people were recommending cool makers and crafters that I should check out earlier in the stream. Feel free to drop their stream links. If you're a big fan of somebody and you think other people in our community would like them, drop their link, you know, in the chat or in the stream share rather. That way we can find them later when it's not stream time. So it's always cool to check out folks over there. But yeah, I'm going to get into the art gym here in a second after I do a little bit of coloring. So we're going to give you like a 5-minute warning, basically to drop anything that is a study, whether it's a study from yesterday's topic of grasshoppers and crickets or some other topic that you really wanted to do. As long as it's work safe, feel free to drop it in the Discord and we will look at it here in just a few minutes. Okay, so I'm going to add some color. And also, if you are a streamer, just let us know. And that way we can shout you out whenever we get to your piece in the art gym. Okay. Dink, dink, dunk, dunk. Where is my color layer? Alright, we're just gonna make this the color layer, I guess. Oh, actually, let's move this really quick to make it a little easier. Here we go. I kind of made his legs too short, I'm now realizing. Maybe I actually had the proportions right the first time on the feet. They just looked really big to me. Maybe I feel like they're a little short now. I didn't trust myself. It's a very common issue. Let's see. I'm glad you like the janitor's face. Oh, I just realized I didn't draw the helmet for this dude. Oh well, it's fine. Okay. Makes me laugh, Dracon. That's all I typically care about. It's like, hey, if I laughed, then I don't know. I'm easy to please, also. It's not a hard task, frankly. By the way, if anybody likes the brushes that I'm using, I should probably shout out the people whose brushes I'm using more, but I'm using Skittles Critta brushes, a blue Skittle. If you guys aren't following a blue Skittle, make sure that you do. Go check out his page. He's got the, I think they're linked down in his About section. I also use Jay Stiller's Clip Studio brushes quite a bit. Probably update your refs. Yeah, I need to definitely update mine. Some of my images on Artfight are literally 10 years old. Like, I don't make character art very often. I just don't have time, frankly, most of the time. It was something I enjoyed doing a lot in college, but I really haven't in high school, but I really haven't done much of it since then. So some of those images are pretty dang old. Thank you for the save reminder. Appreciate that. Yeah, we're just gonna do a quick color study here just to kind of get the feel of some of these colors. I'm not really going to go too in-depth. I'm just kind of focusing on where the highlights would be, kind of the different colors that you can get from, or the different textures, what kind of colors they imply. And then we're actually just going to hop right into what you guys have done. So my goal typically with these streams is to try to end around 11 a.m. Sometimes we go a little bit longer. It sort of depends on raids and such, but yeah. We'll see how far we get here. Sometimes it goes to like 11:30. Sometimes the show and tell takes a little bit longer, which is I'm totally fine with. But especially because we've got the good partner numbers right now, I don't want it to go too long because I'm afraid there might be some atrophy. And I don't want to lower my average. I feel like we've gone long enough past the raids that helped so much with those numbers that I think we'll be okay for this stream. But thank you guys for hanging out anyway, just to make sure. If we can keep those numbers to the end of stream, it does help with the numbers because it kind of seals them in, I guess. Potentially, anyway. I'm not totally sure if that's correct, but that's the information I have. So, yeah, I think they do a number count at the beginning of stream and then like every 30 minutes and then the end of stream. But who knows? That could also be hearsay. So yeah, thank you guys for those who got here early, for those who've hung out from the raids. We are going to go for another maybe 15 minutes. So if you can hang out the rest of the time until we raid out, it would mean a lot to me. And thank you for anyone who's planning on doing that. Hopefully I won't ever have to ask any favors again, ever, after we make partner. Because I super hate asking people to hang out with me. It feels so strange, but I do appreciate you all tolerating my strangeness. Okay. Hey, Skittle, we were just talking about you. I was just telling folks they should go check out your critter brushes. So great timing. You guys, if you want those critter brushes, I think I asked you this yesterday and I don't remember if you replied, so I'm so sorry if you already answered this, but how do people find your brushes? Are they linked in your about section, or do they have to type a command in your chat? If you're able to answer, I'd love to know, just so I can tell people the right info. But I can also go try and investigate later. But I hope you're doing well, Skittle. Thanks so much for being here. Appreciate you helping with the push. All right, did my little quick color study here, and then we're gonna hop into the Discord and look at what you guys have done. So, yeah, let me just do a little tour of the Discord here. Scrolling, everything looks work safe. Thank you all so much. There's a link, there's a Ko-fi link. Okay, it's on your Ko-fi. Okay. That's right. And it's also on your card page. They're all free in the Ko-fi shop. Thank you so much for clarifying. So if you guys want to share any studies that you have done, whether it's uniforms or something else, feel free to hop into the Discord. Let me just do a little tour for a second. Make sure you guys can see. So if you go to the Discord, it's pretty much what it's going to look like right here. Just ignore all the admin stuff. But basically the stream events section is the first section. You got your stream alerts, the clips, if anyone clips things. I need to post a clip in there. Somebody clipped one yesterday that I thought was funny. Stream schedule, if you want that. Stream events. This is kind of like a general catch-all for anything happening on stream. This is actually where you can find like the sub-zoo, the updated sub-zoo. I haven't posted the most recent one yet because I'm not done. But once I finish that today, I'll post the new one in there. And then, of course, the art gym right here. And down here is the showcase. I'm not going to click that one, but if anyone has like finished art that you want to share on stream, I highly recommend checking out the showcase. We do it once a month. You have all month to post like your best of, basically. So it's like one piece per person per month. No AI, no tracing. And that pretty much goes for all art share channels. But yeah, just post one thing in there, and then you can drop any social links in there, any projects you're working on if you want to promote something. It's kind of like a here's what I'm doing and what you want to promote that I can share on stream. As long as it's work safe, feel free to put it in there. So, but for now, we're going to go to the art gym. So the way this works is we go to the art gym section, and I'm going to look at everything that's below my thing from yesterday. So we did grasshoppers and crickets yesterday. I did a couple studies there. We're going to drop on down to see what everybody else has been doing. And again, you don't have to draw what I'm drawing. It can be any kind of study. As long as the purpose of it is for practice or for learning. You can go to the pinned messages right here if you need more information on what is the art gym, what counts as a study. If you're unsure, you can always ask a mod. But we want to try and keep any personal projects out of here. This is really more for encouraging other artists by practicing and studying together. So that's really what the purpose of the art gym is. It's kind of a workout session. So again, if you're not sure, feel free to ask. But I'm gonna start up here, and we'll just scroll down. And if you are a streamer, let us know so we can shout you out. First one is from Zen. Second practice, use lighter values this time for suggested squinting eyes to see the main highlights. That's a great tip. If you're having trouble seeing where the values are, squinting or blurring your vision a little bit, like refocusing your eyes so that they're not clear on the image, can really help you find the areas where the value shifts are. And I think you did a great job nailing that. Really nice job with the face structure. Like, this is really solid, like planes of the face finding here. This is excellent. Like really nice job with the nose here too, and the jaw, and like that chin sticking out slightly. Like you're doing a really good job mapping the face to kind of understand like where the planes are so that you know where the values would shift, right? Because if the, you know, like if the chin comes out like this, that's why you have a shadow there. It kind of helps you to find the shape of the face, and those like heavy brows, like seeing where the shadows are, especially in this eye. Really nice job. I mean, they both look great, but you did like that really dark right there, kind of like leaning into that shadow. Really shows how deep the brow is. Lovely study here. Fantastic work. Lovely. Thank you for sharing. Jason Enos, hello. It's Cart Kent. Exactly, Dodger. Welcome in. You guys are here just in time for the art gym. I think we're about to have an ad though, so I'm going to pause for just a second, and then we will do a stretch break, and then we'll get back to the art gym after that. So no, you're not late. You're fine. Thank you for being here, Jason. Again, thank you everybody for hanging out through the streams. We are on day 5. Like today is the 5th. Like I think basically starting tomorrow we have. No, today is day 4. That's right. 4 days until I apply if all the streams hit that number. So 3 more days after this stream. So we'll have tomorrow. We'll have Monday and Tuesday, and then hopefully if those 2 streams both hit the average as well as tomorrow, then we'll be able to apply on Tuesday. So, but for right now, we're going to be stretching. So if anyone can hear the sound of my voice, we are in ads. We're going to stretch for a minute, and we'll get back to the show and tell here in just a sec. Okay. So thank you to everybody who's hanging out through the ads. I do appreciate that. If you want to join me in a stretch, I'm going to do my unshrimping stretch. So this is your friendly reminder once an hour, chat, to unshrimp yourself. To take your hunched posture and just kind of overcorrect, make a C shape, and then hold that for about 20 seconds to 45 seconds. You can intensify, I guess, this stretch by actually pushing your shoulder blades together as you arch your back. It's a very awkward thing to do on stream. It looks very silly, I know. Sorry. But you can do it at home and you don't have to worry about feeling awkward. And what this is going to do is it's going to flex those little tiny muscles in your neck and your shoulders and your back to kind of really hold those muscles in place and like hold those shoulder blades back. And this is going to strengthen them over time so that it's more natural for you to just walk and sit and exist with your shoulders in a better postured position. So try to hold it if you can for about 20 to 45 seconds is roughly what they say is an effective stretch range. If you do less than 20 seconds, you're really not doing much. And if you do more than 45, holding that, you might strain something. So you kind of want somewhere in there is the sweet spot. After about 25-30 seconds for me, I'm going to relax. I'm just going to unarch my back, basically. So you go from hunched to an overcorrection, and then you just relax that correction. And that's basically going to straighten you out a little bit more than you were before. And over time, what that does is it pulls your shoulders back into a better position, and it makes it more comfortable for you to sit upright. So if you're like me and you're trying to avoid back pain when you're older, start now by trying to correct those posture issues, especially if you do a lot of sitting like I do. It's very easy to have bad posture, no matter what age you are. I'm also going to do a carpal tunnel stretch. So I'm going to do a few wrist rotations first because I haven't done those in a while, and those always feel really nice. I'm also going to do some rev the motorcycle. That's what I like to call it. Kind of helps limber up those tendons. Do a little bit of a carpal tunnel stretch here. So you just hold your hand out, point your fingers at the ground, and gently pull your fingers toward your body. Hold that for about 20 to 45 as well. But you can also do a prayer pose. Like if this hurts or if it's like too awkward, this can be a very awkward pose. It took me a while before it felt kind of like easy to do. So if this one doesn't work for you, just do the prayer pose where you hold your hands together and keep your palms together and push down your palms down toward your belly. Kind of like you're praying, right? So that's why it's called that. Hey, Frozen Yak. No, I'm not calling anybody out. Frozen Yak, I have this problem too. I notice it all the time. I really need to work on my posture. It's a problem. So I'm trying to avoid back issues. I'm not calling anyone out. I'm just saying if you wanna stretch with me here at the art gym, we do stretches at the gym, you know? It's okay. But how are you doing? Thanks for coming in. It's good to see you. Okay, I think we're done with ads, and I think I did my 20 seconds. So I think we're all good. Let's get back to the art gym. Thanks for anybody who stuck it out through the ads. It does support the stream. It's honestly a great way to support streamers. If you can't afford to sub or be on someone's Patreon or something, honestly, just watch it, like letting the ads play and not having an ad blocker. You'd be amazed how much that adds up. Like there's been a number of months where just the ad revenue has paid for my studio, which is I'm so thankful for. So yeah, thank you to anybody who does watch the ads. I understand if you don't, they're annoying, but if you do, just know that it's greatly appreciated, and those little pennies do add up. So, going back into the art gym, although I used to laugh at my parents always trying to get me to have good posture, now they're laughing at you and your bad habits. Exactly. I know, it's definitely one of those things. I've literally thought about getting a posture brace. 20 cents here and there makes $1. Exactly, Dodger. Yeah, it's crazy how much that adds up over a month. I really am appreciative of people who are able to do that. So thank you, Zen, or Zens, I guess I should say. I think this is Zen, but I could be wrong. But thank you so much for sharing. Love seeing it and hope to see some more in the future. Here we have Zenith, a couple of Z names here. Fully intended on doing more, but distractions are epic. I agree. But this looks great. Here, we have a grasshopper one, I think. Yeah, we found like a cricket. I think you did a really great job with this. You guys, I caught a grasshopper this morning while I was hanging out with the chickens. For those who don't know, I volunteer with some chickens. They're not my own personal chickens, but I wish I had more time to hang out with them because they always feel like my chickens. And I was hanging out and there's some grasshoppers hopping around, and I caught one. And I was looking at it more differently, a little more closely, you know, because we did studies yesterday, which is it's pretty cool to kind of look at an animal and kind of understand a little bit more about it just because you've spent some time studying it. So anyway, this looks great. Really nice job with like that shoulder shield. This is probably my favorite part of the grasshopper. It's like, it looks so armored and interesting. And yeah, really nice job with the proportions and everything. Everything looks great here, Zenith. Well done. Well done. Did you see the fresh heck that you made me? No, I don't think I did. Did you post it in ArtShare? Did you finish it? Is it in here? I'll look at it for sure. But this looks great, Zenith. Thank you again for participating. Moonsky did a cute little cricket. Moonsky Runner, who is also a streamer here. This is lovely. I actually really enjoy how you warmed up the lighting and kind of made those lines have a little bit of an overlay on them to kind of make it look like that light is directly on it. It's a really nice effect with this study. And it just accentuates the color here. It's an ArtShare. Perfect. I'll go check it out. Yeah. Let's see. Can't wait for your first payout next month. Yeah, it can be. It can be a confidence boost. Honestly, for me, it's just like a lifeline, frankly. For those who I haven't talked about it a whole lot yet because I'm still waiting on more details, but my cost of living is going to go up in August pretty significantly. So I really extra right now appreciate the people who do hang out through the ads and support in any way. Yeah, lurking does help a lot. Thank you, Rebecca. And it helps for the push too. Seriously appreciate that for anybody who does hang out. But we have Moonsky Runner. Yeah, oh, thank you, Amaze. Yeah, there's my Patreon. I don't talk about it as much as I probably should. If anybody wants to support in a financial way, just so you know, Patreon actually doesn't take very much of a cut. They have a small platform fee, but it's flat. And, you know, I get to keep a majority of especially the higher people sub, but like, it's basically, if you want to end up on the end credits on my stream from Patreon, it's like $5 or more, which is basically the same as a sub here on Twitch. So I try to keep it equal, but yeah, there's a few ways if anyone wants to help. But back to this, Moonsky Runner, I think I shouted out the right person, streams here on Twitch, does lovely work, and has been doing a whole lot more with streams lately. And I love this. I think this cricket looks fantastic. You did a great job with the proportion. You did a great job with the colors, and you made it kind of cute, honestly. Like the eye has like a little bit, like a slight cheek. I don't know if that's intentional, but like it's kind of there. But I just somehow like made it look like it's just really happy to be a cricket, you know? It's really adorable. If you have an iPhone, just make sure to sign it. Oh, that's a great point, Chrissy. Yes. Yes. Although I think I actually got an email. I think Apple actually got sued for that by a bunch of companies, and so I think they actually had to take out that platform fee. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that, but I need to read through my emails I've gotten from Patreon, because I think I got an email recently from Patreon about how basically they decided they can't do that. They can't pass those costs on to third-party apps just because of a platform, like because of Apple having a store fee. So yeah, I think that might be different now, but just to be safe, if you have an iPhone and you want to support anyone on Patreon, not just me, do try to make a note and sign up on a desktop just to make sure you're not getting an extra like $1.50 or $2 charge, which is just so dumb. Oh, this is why I've always hated Apple. I hate that I have an iPad. I've avoided Apple products my whole life, but I really wanted Procreate. So I do have one now, but I don't buy anything on that platform. Anyway, this looks great, Moon Sky. Thank you so much for sharing. It's very, very adorable. Now down here to Klim. Is that uniform a study? Isn't a uniform study a study in making everything? I mean, technically, technically a Elodnin. Yeah. Hey, Zenith. It's good to see you. It is a cute cricket. Yeah. Thanks for dropping in. You have an option to bill directly through the apps. Oh, is that what it is, Dodger? Thank you for letting me know. Yeah. I knew there was something I had seen, but they basically had to have an option where you didn't have to play the platform fee or something. Apple is frustrating. It's very frustrating. But yeah, thank you so much for participating. Klim has done these really great breakdowns for a lot of their studies. I really appreciate the analytical way that Klim approaches studies, breaking them into shapes and understanding like breaking each basically section into shapes to really understand how this animal is put together. Love that you're doing them from different angles too. That's a great way to get an idea and a feel for the dimensionality of this. This is one of the harder things to accomplish when you are working from two-dimensional references. And it's why I always recommend drawing from real observation, because there's no implied line when you're using your eyes to look at an object in life. You have to find that. And making your brain challenged to do that is actually going to help you grow much more quickly in a lot of ways with proficiency and actual understanding of what you're drawing than drawing just from two-dimensional references. But if you don't have the option except to use two-dimensional references, like for insects or maybe animals you can't see easily, finding references that show the same animal from different angles is always a good way to go, because it's going to help you understand more fully what you're looking at. So not just drawing it from this angle, but like Klim did here, drawing another one from a different angle, and really breaking down all the bits. The leg anatomy interests me so much in these grasshoppers and crickets. It's really cool to see other people kind of interested by that too. Your hubby walked in and heard me say, "Look, you can." So she wants to have a kid. No, nope. No. Procreate the art app. Yes. It is a very funny name for an app for that reason. Yeah. No, it's an app. It's an app. In case Brazen's hubby, in case you're listening, it is an app. It's an art app. That's really funny though. Yeah, these are wonderful. Good job, Klim. I always appreciate seeing your stuff here. Thank you so much for sharing. You could use more with drawing the box first. Yes, pumpkin pie, same, honestly. If you're not sure what Pumpkin's talking about, it's drawabox.com. Fantastic way to get more foundational practice. And if you need accountability with that, don't be shy to go through Draw a Box and then post your boxes in here. If you need accountability, that's what Art Gym is for. It's for foundational study, practice, accountability. So if your goal is to go through drawabox.com, go through that whole thing, it's like a foundational art practice that goes from basic mark making to perspective to advanced color and value. If you need accountability with that, post your boxes, show them off, let us see them. You just finished the 250 boxes. Heck yes, Artie Gob, that's awesome. Round of applause for you for sure. That's not easy to do. I know a lot of people who've started Draw a Box and they just finishing that first section of getting through their perspective practice of drawing 200 boxes or 250 boxes. Not easy. It sounds like it should be, but after about 50 boxes, you're kind of man, do I have to do all 250? But it will help, and you're gonna reap the rewards of that repetition. They say it takes 1,000 drawings to reach proficiency, so 250 is not even the number you're gonna need to be really proficient at perspective, but it's a great step in that direction. And of course, 1,000, it's more of a statement than an actual academic. Once you draw 1,000, you're gonna be amazing. But hopefully you know what I mean. So good job, Artie. That's awesome. If you ever want to share, if you ever need accountability, feel free to to share your Draw a Box lessons here in the Art Gym. That would be totally fine. We'd love to see them, and it'd be cool to encourage others. You never know who you're gonna encourage either. So anyway, moving on to Amazing Fan. Lovely study here of a military uniform. Classic one. Lovely. This looks great. Really nice job, of course, with the structure and proportion. For those who don't know, Amaze does a lot of character art, so you can definitely tell that Amaze is comfortable with clothing and people. And who knows? I don't know if this is more outside of your normal range, but I feel like it might be, and hopefully you got something out of it. I think you did a great job with this study. If you guys aren't following Amazing Fan 15, make sure you click that heart. For those who didn't know, Amaze does stream as well. We talked him into streaming about a year ago, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Right, Amaze? Or do you know when your streamiversary is? I feel like it's coming up if it hasn't already passed. But anyway, Amaze does comic work, character design, animation, you name it. He's probably doing it on stream. So make sure you go follow if you like art streams, if you like supporting art streamers. I know he'd appreciate a lurk or a follow if you haven't done that yet. So go check out what he's about. It's a good time. It was in April. It's been over a year. Okay, that's what I thought. I felt like it had been over a year. Well, congrats on passing the 1 year mark of streaming. Cheers. Fantastic drawing. Thank you so much for sharing. Uh-oh, we have fun facts from Kev. You guys, we are being graced by the presence of Kev today. We've got some fun facts about uniforms. So before we look at the next one, let's read them. Scientific, by the way, fun facts. I know some of you are only here for the fun facts, so this is the moment you've been waiting for. The scientific community has come to the consensus that women like uniforms. Gosh. So, if you want to impress the ladies and some gentlemen without that sketchbook, that's true. That's true. Well, I mean, whipping out the sketchbook is helpful. I don't know about that first part, but, you know, we'll let the science say what it will here with Kev's science. Everything is made up of shapes. This is true. Your face, it's a shape. That box, it's a sphere. No? The world is truly amazing. You almost got it, Kev. You almost got it. Boxes aren't typically spheres, I would say. But you got close. You got close. Number 3, the best way to get better at drawing is to do uniform drawings while in uniform. That's uniform practice. That's not science. It's math. Oh, I see. I see. Okay, so we have some math here. I see. Well, thank you, Kev. I appreciate your mathematical fun facts today. Every little thing helps. That's right. That's right. Of course, yeah, Moonsky. We love to... People who participate in the art gym, happy to shout out if I know that they're a streamer. So happy to point some folks your way. And Kev, thank you for your fun facts. I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. Thanks for dropping in. Appreciate you helping with the push lurks. Anyone who's here for the push, much appreciated for sure. Miss Art Rules has some studies, a couple of studies here. We have a cricket or grasshopper study from yesterday. Really nice. You can see the little segmented parts of the body, done in watercolor, of course. And then a uniform study. It looks like a school uniform, perhaps, study by Miss Art Rules. So, well done. Thank you so much for joining in. I wonder if there's a uniform. Oh, there is. Well, it's not really the right uniform, but there is a uniform emote. So we're going to use that. Maybe a skirt? Nope. Dress? That's close. Okay. Well, these look great. Thank you so much, Miss Art Rules, for participating. Always fun to see some traditional studies. So thank you for showing the breadth of art making that is available to all of us. Dracon, my head hurts. Oh, your head hurts. I'm so sorry. Mine does too, actually. I think I've been having too much caffeine lately. She says drinking more caffeine. But you did the thing. Hey, you pushed through. You're trying to persevere, Dracon, and your hard work is going to pay off. So don't give up. You're doing great. I love how you're trying to find like the anatomy and sort of like measuring the joints. That's a really good idea of like marking where are the shoulders in relation to each other? Where are the elbows? They're at the waistline. So you can kind of make little landmarks in your own drawing to make sure that you're putting everything where it belongs. So fantastic idea here. Great job with the structure, measuring. I see your measuring lines. You got those like contoured sort of segmented measuring lines here to try to keep your proportions accurate. Really nice job actually looking at what you're drawing instead of trying to guess at what you're drawing. Like I can tell you're using the reference and not just making things up. So keep at it. These are looking great. Lovely, lovely uniform or suit studies here. And I'm proud of you for working through it, even though you had a bit of a headache. I understand. Sometimes you gotta do it, but that's how you get better. You just don't stop, you know. Sedulos, welcome in, Sedulos. Thanks for sharing. Lately, I've been trying to draw every day. Oh, that's awesome. Here are some of the latest ones. Oh, you're doing like daily studies? Man, this is the goal right here. So what Sedulos is doing, the daily studies of just observational drawing what's around you. Like these are clearly drawn from observation. At least I think so. I could be wrong, but this sure looks like maybe this is a chair Sedulos is looking at. These look like clementines that potentially Sedulos had visuals on. This looks like a potted plant that maybe they own. I feel like there's just something about studies. These ones may be drawn from 2D reference, I'm not sure, but either way, doing a daily study, whether it's from a photograph or whether it's from life, I feel like it's just a really good way to go. And this is really what I would like to be doing someday. I want to be in a better habit of daily observational studies. This feels like an observational study as well. And I love that you did multiple passes. You found the basic shapes. You basically lined out where the values are, and then you have a third pass, which is like actually doing the drawing using the map that you made. Perfect. And you did it all in ink too, which is so hard to do. Look at all the hatching. This is such beautiful hatch work. Man, really, really cool. This is awesome to see. Thank you so much, Sedulos. I don't know if you're watching, but thank you for participating and for showing some of your work. This is truly inspiring, and I hope that, you know, maybe somebody saw this and you inspired somebody to go sit down and draw their potted plant, you know, or their own breakfast, or just drawing objects around us. You're gonna, like, drawing a box, like doing drawbox.com is one thing, but having to actually, like, sit down and basically make shapes out of the things around you, like basically you did a cylinder in a box right there, and you broke that down into an actual object, and learning about that perspective, like here on this is like some really difficult perspective here on this chair. All of these are done in a great perspective, and it's such a good practice for your brain. And I also want to say, even if people out there are listening are like, I'm not really into art, I'm not really planning on being an artist or like doing anything using art, just picking up drawing observational practice as a hobby, it's going to train your brain to be more observant, because what you have to do to make a drawing like this is you have to ask questions. You have to ask, why is the value this way? Like, why am I seeing shadows? Oh, it's because there's a light source over here that's casting a shadow, and I have to keep that lined up to make it look accurate. And so, like, you're having to observe more closely than you normally would if you were just going about your day and drinking out of this coffee cup, right? It's such a good thing for your brain to learn to look closely, to observe closely, to be alert, basically. It's how you keep your brain active. And I have no studies to back this up. I don't know if anyone's done studies, but I have a suspicion that training your brain to carefully observe is probably a good way to keep like brain atrophy at bay, I would imagine. You know, things like Alzheimer's and dementia, who knows? Maybe it could help with that. Maybe there'll be studies in the future that show that there is a connection with like observational drawing or close observation of things, carefully contemplating and asking questions. I think it's a great practice for your brain. So even if you're not getting into art as like a thing you want to do for your job, I still think picking up a drawing skill and developing a daily sketch practice like this, it's good for your brain. I think it's also good as a creative outlet. Like, there's so many benefits to doing things like this. So thank you for inspiring. Sorry for the little mini TED talk, but I get really excited seeing people doing stuff like this, especially just like from observation in life. It's very, very cool. So thank you for sharing, Sedulos. Chrissy, we've been going through Taco's art book. Nice. Doing some studies from there. Today's studies are 3 torsos in the middle. You do stream. Okay, cool. We'll get you a shout out. It's Chrissy Carson Art. We'll get you a shout out right now. Let's take a peek. If you guys want to hang out while Chrissy Carson is drawing, there we go. These are fantastic studies. This looks like a really nice anatomy breakdown, honestly. These are spot on. Really, really good proportions here. I do like these studies, these anatomy studies that actually show you how each muscle moves from different angles or from different movements, like the neck muscle, how it moves in different, like how it looks from different angles with the different poses. These trap muscles, like, yeah, super, super helpful. This is a really, really nice way to break this down. The collarbone, like showing, like depending on where the shoulders are, what the collarbone is doing, and actually thinking about that stuff. It's a great practice to help you do character art and put your characters in different poses. Love it. You quite enjoy drawing muscles and animal teeth. Nice. Yeah, same. Drew will say that's a good combo for that, for sure. It's a great book. I like how simplified it is. I don't know. I think I'm familiar with the book you're talking about, but I'll have to look it up. If you have a link to it or something that you want to share, feel free to drop it in Talk Shop. Turgus. Oh my gosh, Turgus. Thank you for that sub. Turgus. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much with your support and making that emote that you just used. And of course, for the sub. Turkish, you're already in the sub zoo for this month. But if you'd like me to add anything, let me pull that up really fast. But thank you, Chrissy, for drawing. That was super cool to look at and makes me want to do some anatomy studies. It's very inspiring. Turgus, I think you've seen this, but just in case, I think we added a birthday hat last time. Is there anything else you'd like me to add? Or, you know, or if you'd like to gift your subdoodle to someone, let me know. But Turgis had me draw a KC4 partner kaiju, and I did not know how to do that, so this is what I did. Some people were complimenting that idea yesterday. But yeah, let me know if you want anything in the Subzoo different, and thank you so much for the sub. I do appreciate that. I have a couple people over here. If anybody is in chat, iBiscuit, Kepper, the Lenina, let's see, oh, I have Kepper in there twice on accident. Moat Shrimp, Tea Time with Taryn, McLarian, Beans, Smugsy. I have your names down, but I don't have a subdoodle for you. So if you want me to add something, let me know by the end of the month, and I'll get it added. If not, that's no worries either. But I do appreciate all those subs. Add in a little Vaquita. Aw, yeah, let's do a little Vaquita. I love that idea. If anyone's like, what is this? this is the Subzoo. There's me, I'm the zookeeper. We just started doing this last month and people really liked it. So this month we did a kaiju theme. So it's like a monster theme. That's what a kaiju is. Typically they're Godzilla monsters. So if anyone subs or gifts a sub, you can claim a subdoodle and I can add to it if you do like more than one. If you do 5 at once though, that's how you get color. And then 10 or more is basically, basically more than 5. I think most of the time people do 10 or more. 10 or more at once is I'll start doing giveaways. So let's see. We're going to add a little baby Vaquita jumping out of the water here. Blink. It's going to be kind of hard with proportionally. Or maybe we'll just do a giant Vaquita. We'll just do like a giant Vaquita just because I want to draw a Vaquita. So we'll just make him a little bigger than he should be. Because you know what? More people need to know about the Vaquita. We'll do like a little ocean. Thank you again, Turgis. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate the support. Got that little marking there, and they've got... I'll do a little shading just because it's hard to tell it's a Vaquita without those points. They call them the panda of the sea, for those who don't know. It's a very cute little critter. There we go, jumping out of the water, and we'll just put like a lake in front of the KC for partner. There we go. Little Vaquita. Thank you, Turgis. I appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by for the push. I appreciate it. Going back to lurk? Okay, well thank you for lurking, and thank you for stopping in and being so generous. I appreciate that a lot. Speaking of the Vaquita, oh my gosh, did you work on it some more, Dali? Moving down to the Ultimate Pumpkin Pie. Did a lovely uniform oh my gosh, look at the value study on this. Jeez Louise. Pumpkin pie, this is incredible. Really, really nice attention to all these little wrinkles. Like, this is not easy to get these little fine wrinkles in a fabric. That is some careful observation right there. Really nicely done. Really nicely done, pumpkin pie. I don't know if you're still here, but I'm very impressed. Very cool to see you doing some studies with us. Yeah. Man, look at those values. This looks great. Great dimensionality, too. Like, you are really paying attention to the form. Like, this does not feel like a flat drawing. It feels very three-dimensional. Well done. Posted the taco books in the talk shop. Thank you, Chrissy. I'll definitely check those out after stream. Yeah, well done, Ultimate Pumpkin Pie. I appreciate to see this. Really inspiring stuff. Wrinkles are a very important part of clothing. Yeah, no, I can tell you focused really well on them. Like, they're all... It looks so... I think it really helps with how dimensional this feels because you added those wrinkles. Well done. Well done. Okay, and we've got one more, and then I'll look at the animation from Dali. So this is from Artie Gobb, another lovely uniform study. Artie, well done. Really nice structure to this uniform. Nice, careful attention to detail on like what each thing it does. Like paying attention to where the buttons go and why they would go there. You know, I can see some corrections in here. That's great. The clasps on the belt, like the little eyelets and things, like putting objects attached to places where they would be able to reach the belt. Like this is great. Really nice structure. Really great. Yeah, just thinking. Really great observation about how a uniform would work. This looks fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you everybody for participating today. I am going to have to wrap up here in just a little bit, but before I go, let me post my studies here in the Art Gem too, so that we know where to pick up next time. So if you are still working, please don't rush to try and get in. Like, get what you need to out of your study is what I always say. We are going to be looking at stuff again tomorrow. So if you're still working on something, like, we're going to have a little peek of the janitor there. Bad drawings out. I'm going to drop mine in here. And then that way, anybody who wants to participate can just post underneath that. And then that tells me where to start for tomorrow. So there is our uniform studies for today. I appreciate you guys. And before we head out of here, I am going to look at one more time. Dally, it's so cute. Oh, I like that you did the bounce lighting, like that blue bounce lighting underneath. It's just so nice. What a cute little vaquita. I love this. I really want to show this to people. Like, I want to go show the porpoise.org people. I'm sure this will warm their hearts too. Yeah, he's swimming. Thank you so much, Dally, for updating and showing. Yeah, that's super cute. That's super cute. I love it a lot. Thank you again. Warms my heart for sure to see some vaquita art. And if anyone makes vaquita art, by the way, you can use the hashtag #SaveTheVaquita. That's the one that I check for vaquita art. And if I see it online, I'd be happy to reshare it. Especially like on Instagram, it's really easy for me to reshare that to my stories so people can see it. Sometimes I miss stuff on the other platforms. But I don't like, yeah, I just want to be able to like share that. And I will definitely be looking around Save the Vaquita Day. So if you're planning on doing any vaquita art, make sure that you even repost it during Save the Vaquita Day or around that time. Because I'll be sharing a ton of vaquita art, like pretty much everything I can find. I will be sharing for probably that whole week, but especially on Save the Vaquita Day, just to help boost awareness. So thank you all for anybody who is planning on making some art for that. So without further ado, we are going to find someone to raid. So let's see. Oh, my credits. Oh, there they are. I was like, they're not working. Thank you to everybody showing up below my picture here. That's all the patrons. I seriously appreciate you guys helping support by being a patron. If anyone's interested, !Patreon, you can always find the link down in my About section as well. But that's a great way if you prefer not to support through Twitch. I know some people prefer not to do that. I also have a Ko-fi where you can get free vaquita emotes, so make sure you check out the Ko-fi too if you want those vaquita emotes that are in chat. And just thank you to all the follows, the subscribers today, moderators, the raids. You guys, seriously, if you stuck around for a raid, thank you so much. Whether you followed or not, Margot Simone Art and Dally, you guys both really helped push that view count up to above the 75 average, and then we held that for a while. So I think that means that we should pass today. I'll let you guys know in the Discord if today's stream counts. I hope it does. I think we stayed on long enough to average out the low numbers for the first half hour. But again, if anyone wants to help with the push, you can always just try to show up as early as possible. Basically, the sooner those numbers get to 75, the easier it is to make up the difference as numbers continue to build throughout the stream, or if we get raids, because raids count now too, which is super helpful. And again, thank you to everybody who's been so supportive for the push. Hopefully Tuesday will be the day that I can submit, but I'll let you guys know in the Discord if today's stream counted. I think it will. I'm not very good at math, but I think it will. But you can join the Discord there if you want updates. I've also got socials. If you guys want to follow me on social media, that is always helpful. My main ones are right there in the chat, but you can find more on my Linktree there. So without further ado, let's go find someone to raid. I tend to raid art streamers and family-friendly and work-safe, so if you want to stick around through the raid, not only will it help the push, but you'll also get extra channel points. And if you're not following and you forgot and you'd like to, we also, you get channel points for following as well. Yes, I will eat, for sure. Let's see who we can raid into. Who is doing some art? See quite a few people on. I'm going to do a quick scroll through to see who we can go send some support to. Got a few folks on that have... hey, Bakaholic, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for hanging out. And Figgy, welcome in. Thank you for hanging out for the stream. I hope you also have a great rest of your day. Yeah. Alright, there's a couple people that we could go say hi to. Let's see. Who have we not rated? That's always the question. I do have a little list here because I'm starting to lose count, lose track of who we've rated recently. I do try to raid different people each time and try to do try to keep it varied so that everybody meets new people around here. There's so many cool artists and makers and folks on Twitch that I want to make sure that I'm visiting as many as possible, but I do want to double check something really fast. I do have a little list. I'm keeping track of what day I raid people. Because for those who don't know, when you raid on Twitch, it just tells you if you raided them within the last 30 days. And that's not always the most helpful. So because I have a terrible memory and I forget. So let's see. We did raid them recently. Okay. Where was the other one? We might actually go say hi. It might be kind of cool to go say hi to... Yeah, let's actually go say hi to someone I don't think we have been able to raid in a while. Let's make sure they're doing something work safe. Looks like they are right now. I will say sometimes this artist does do some 18+ art, so just be aware. But there is no audio. There's just some like chill background music. It's very, very cozy art stream to lurk in. So let's actually go say hi to someone that we have not raided in a long time, but who has been very supportive, and I'd love to go send some love to. We're gonna go say hi to Shiratoshi. Right now they're working on maybe some personal art or maybe a commission. If you have, yeah, we did raid Claire recently, but maybe we'll definitely raid Claire again sometime for sure. Claire is also a fantastic artist here on Twitch. If you aren't following Claire, highly recommend. Fantastic oil painter. But we're gonna go say hi to Shiratoshi because we haven't said hi in over a month, and I'm always looking for a time when Shura is working on something that we can raid into. Sometimes Shura tells me not to raid because he's working on not safe for work art, but I don't think that that's the case right now. So we're gonna go say hi to Shura. If you want to copy that raid call, it's there in the chat. If you have a sub, copy the one with the flailing Carnotaur. If you don't, copy a different one. Or you can do that one, Miss Art Rules. Push for a porpoise. That's a good one too. Partner pushing. Yep, for a porpoise. I love it. And thank you guys for hanging out for this. This is my only stream today, so thank you for hanging out through the raid as well to help secure those numbers. I'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. So here's my schedule if you want to make note to come hang out. I really appreciate it. It's gonna be praying mantises tomorrow because this is insect week. So I tried to do a couple of bug studies this week. So we're doing praying mantises tomorrow morning, and then I will also be on tomorrow afternoon. But again, if you want to hang out, there's all my socials and stuff in the chat. But let's go say hi to Shura, and I will hopefully see you guys tomorrow.